Alrighty, cool. So yeah, recap from last time. Off the back of entering the Stone Hut and attempting to rescue King Marius Norin the Reclaimer, you had gone down beneath, had a little fight with the Red Priest, encountered a bunch of undead, helped him, although he was in a state of mental distress. Something had been bothering him, and essentially they were torturing him to try and gain some information, but you managed to pull him out of there, and while trying to escape, encountered the Dread General Blackmarsh himself. And basically a fight ensued. All sorts, really. I guess I'm not sure the best way to recap it, but there was I think a pretty good concerted effort to try and take down Marcel the Broken as quickly as possible. She had misty stepped to the top balcony and was raining all sorts of spells upon you. Blackmarsh hit you with a bunch of hellfire blasting attacks, while zombies were being raised from the nearby coffins, the desecrated tombs of the ancestors of the city. Bunch of pretty clever tactics, I think. Some well-placed spirit guardians, a bunch of good arrows, and it got to the point where people were starting to drop. Kai went down first and failed some death saves. Rio went down, and at the last minute, King Marius was able to shake himself from his mental fog and call upon the blessing of Torgar the Earthshaker to heal Kai and bring him back to consciousness, shifting the tide slightly, allowing Kai to heal Rio, and allowing Berberus some space to pull out a badger from a bag and definitely win the battle with a harassing badger on your side. Killing blow dealt by Donda. Magic missile bringing Blackmarsh to his knees and collapsing. And I think after that, you had just spent a bit of time to gather your things. You searched the general himself, and I believe you went back down and also searched the Red Priest to gathered some items that were giving off some magical auras. And when deciding how to get out, Berberus looked through the eyes of his familiar owl and noticed that directly outside the stone hut in the dark and snow were 25 soldiers at attention, waiting for whatever was transpiring inside to finish. And so I think we will pick up right there as Marius, clearly exhausted, just watching as you are collecting yourselves, he turns and just kneels in front of Torgar. And you see he raises his hand to an amulet around his neck. He just bows his head and starts muttering some silent prayers under his voice. And I'll hand that one over to you guys as to what you want to do next.
Well, I don't think we fully decided. The two options are to, I think, basically sneak away or balls out.
I see Marius praying, and I a light bow to Torgar, and then I decide to strip the rest of the armor off General Blackmarsh. I put the leggings in the bag of holding, but his armor is his chest piece is too big, so I try and attempt to strap that to my back with people's help and some rope.
Why would it be too big for the bag of holding?
His chest this is a giant dude.
Yeah.
Bag of holding's open and can hold a lot of weight.
I think his chest is bigger than 2 feet.
I think the breastplate itself would probably be a bit too large to fit in, unless you were to, like, I don't know, try and cut the bindings or something and pull it in pieces, maybe. It'll be a bit of a squeeze.
Can I do that? If I cut the bindings?
Yeah. Why don't you roll a
on the
dexterity save?
side.
Let's see.
Is it all plate? Okay, I'll try.
Yeah, it's this
If not, I'll
black,
just strap it to my
dark plate that's got these sort of like red lines running through it.
Probably worth noting as well that a headless body without the armor will mean nothing to the troops outside if you want to use it as a scary piece.
I think we're going to use just the head.
You can try just the head.
As you're holding the plate, it feels unnaturally cold to the touch, and you get a very strong disconcerting feel from it.
That's kind of evil armor. What was it? A dex save or a dex? Just regular dex?
Yeah, roll a dex save. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think easy enough. If you slice the straps that bind it around the side and over the shoulders, you're able to pull it neatly into pieces. The armor is essentially ruined now until a armorer looks at it again and attempts to put it back together in a well forged manner. But pulling it apart like this now allows you to just squeeze it through. I think 2 feet would probably be just wide enough, I think, now that it's in parts, especially if you take the pauldrons off separately as well.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
Yeah.
Bit by bit.
But it's heavy though. This is very, very heavy armor. I think that you might need to start having a glance at the inventory of the bag of holding to ensure that you're not going to.
I'm going to look and see what's in it.
Because you've got like breastplate in there. You've got I think
what
there's
is
a bit
this
of
breastplate from?
there. That was yours, wasn't it? Before you made the scale mail?
Oh, then it should have disappeared then. It should have disappeared.
I'm not sure.
I wasn't wearing, I was wearing leather, I was wearing hide armor at the time.
It might have been Valoran's?
I never.
After he upgraded to plate?
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah.
Honestly, can't remember.
Yeah, all good.
How much can a bag of holding carry again? Is it like?
I think it's 500, isn't it?
Oh, then that should be fine. That should be fine. We've only got one. Wait, we have 2 breastplates, but that's only 80 kilo. Yeah, it should be fine.
Got to remember, the couple of
It's not
those
that
things
much.
don't have weight on them at the moment.
Sending stones. Black marsh armor. His armor won't be like hundreds of kilos, right?
Probably about 100 pounds.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll leave that to you to manage. All right.
Arriving, so I'll be keeping AFK for a sec.
So,
Alright guys, so what's the plan? We're gonna hold up in here, we just gotta walk out of here like nothing's happened. We're gonna sneak out.
I have no idea, but I hand out some healing potions. All that I've got. I hand out 2 healing potions, whoever needs it, and I down the greater healing potion.
Oh, could just walk out with the head and see what happens.
Yeah, I open my so Riv, With potions, if we take a full action, do we get the full heal out of them or no?
No, you still roll it. Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to roll every potion we take. Okay.
Yep. So there's 2 potions of healing up for use if people need it.
I am rather low health, so
Alright, there you go. I hand Arendor a potion.
I reach into my bag and start chugging potions.
All right.
Yeah, I've got 26 health. What could go wrong?
Did not roll the dice.
It'd only be 2d4 Arendor. I only have two normals and one
two
greater.
normal and one greater. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. But if you drink two normals, I suppose that'll be fine. If you wanted to drink both, if you want both.
How are we looking in terms of spell slots, guys?
What's the spell slot?
Fresh out. Yeah, what is a spell slot? What is that?
Well, I mean,
My
look,
sheet
I'm
tells
feeling
me I
perfectly
have-
fine.
Yeah, my sheet tells me I have 3 third levels, but I don't believe I actually have third levels because I'm multiclassed. So.
You should actually. Multi-class, you still get your full
Yeah.
spell progression.
You
I don't
keep
have any
them.
third level spells, but do I have the slots?
You have the
You
slots.
can
that
have the
use
slots,
for lower
but you can
casting.
upcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, uno
Run back
momento.
into the tunnels and try and have a short rest.
Hang on. I sort of filter by. I have too many spells in my list.
You
Filter
have a lot of
by
spells.
prepared.
You think you have it bad?
He's the same because I guess you've got Druid and Cleric, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Good luck.
I do have 4 first level spells and also my innate Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
I have nothing.
Who is the most wounded right now?
Most winded. You look pretty bad yourself, I think.
Yeah, I gotta get up a bit.
I've just chugged 4 potions. I'm feeling a fair bit better.
Did you want a potion of healing? Berberus?
Sorry, just trying to get some food into me. If I do actually have those third level spell slots, probably not. Just need to quickly do some checking.
Riv, just confirming, all the zombies are dead, right?
Yeah.
'Cause there's like
um,
6 on the screen.
Yeah, they were tied to Black Marsh when he fell. They collapsed into a pile of skeletons.
Okay, just for reading spirit. Can't link it without. Yep. I'm gonna link it without casting it.
When you click it to cast, I believe there's an option you can click to like not spend resource or something like that.
Very close, yeah. Yeah, here we go. If I do actually have those third level spell slots, I'm not completely dry. So I have a +4 on my spell casting ability. So that would be 5 times you can heal 2d6.
What's your multi-class again? Druid, Ranger, eh?
Druid Ranger, yeah.
Rangers are complicated.
What level ranger?
5. 5 Ranger, 3 Druid. Which is why do I actually have that third level spell? Those third
Well,
level
rangers
spell slots?
don't give you any 3rd level spell slots yet. I don't have any, and I'm at level 8.
But but when you're multi-classing, you combine your total levels across all spellcasting classes to get your spell slots that you should have. But rangers are weird because they don't get high level spell slots. Oh geez. Okay, we're gonna have to pull open the table.
That's why I haven't used it. Yeah, I know I don't have access to third level spell, so part of me was like, do I actually have third level spell slots?
Okay, so determine your spell slots by adding together the following: all of your levels in Bard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer, half of your levels rounded up in Paladin and Ranger, and 1/3 of your levels. Then look this total up in the left column of the multi-class table. Okay, cool. So you're 3 and 5, so that means you'll be 3 and 3, so you're 6, which means you get 3 level third spell slots. Perfecto.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, awesome.
So my ability mod for Druid spellcasting is +4, so I can heal the number of times equal to 1 plus your spellcasting ability mod, so that's 5 times. At 3rd level, which is 2d6 per cast, I believe. Or 2d6 per tick. So it's a 1d6 heal. When you cast using a higher spell slot of 3rd level or higher, the heal increases by 1d6 for each spell slot above 2nd.
Okay.
So that is 12d6 of healing I can scatter around.
That's number one.
If my math is right.
Yeah, let me just read it.
The spirit can heal a number of times equal to 1 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Yeah,
After healing, the spirit disappears.
5 times, right?
Yeah, 5 times because it's 1 plus 4.
Yeah, lasts for a minute, so there would be max 10.
10d6, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, 5 times. Yep. So
Alright.
10d6.
Yeah, 10d6. I think that sounds good.
Pookie.
32 points of. Everyone else is potioned up and is okay-ish.
I am at 19 of 65.
I am 26 of 65-ish.
36 out of 87.
27 out of 60.
Everyone's pretty hurt.
This plus 10, when does that, to max hit points, when does that go away?
In 8 hours, or yeah,
That's from aid, eh?
or 7
well-
hours.
I'm going to take 12 because I'm very low. 33. Lacer and Mouse were both very low, weren't you? Or two?
I'm at 27, so I can take like 5 or 6 or something. I'll be alright.
Yeah, if you want to take 5. Mouse take, 10?
Give the rest to Dunda.
Yep, which would be 15? No, 5. So I took 12.
Emotionally, I'm low too.
So there'd be 5 remaining, so another 5 to Thunder. Yeah. And I'm gonna hold the other 2 slots just in case we need them to do something silly.
Alright.
Yep. I'm gonna hold on to the 1 last remaining health potion I've got, just in case.
Cool. Marius stands up,
Ooh.
turns, looks around at all of you and just says, alright, you've come this far. How do we get out of here? What's the plan?
I don't know if I really want to burn a slot on this, but a part of me wants to burn a slot to appeal to the winds of fate about a choice of action that we're going to take on whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. But another part of me just says, fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball.
The front doors to the cathedral, can we bar them from the inside if things go poorly?
I imagine you could probably try and grab some of the big wooden pews and stack them up or something like that.
I can freeze some water. I can put a 5-foot cube frozen to the bottom and freeze the doors shut if you want.
You can just freeze the hinges, can't you?
Yeah, I could, but they can break. I think they can break, maybe.
Don't we have
Whereas
an
a
immovable
5-foot.
rod?
Nope.
We do have an immovable rod.
Did we get another one?
No,
We got
Valorant
those,
carrying the immovable rod.
Valorant had that. I bust out my decanter of endless water and I wet the door, but I don't freeze it.
Part of me just wants to say, fuck it, we ball. And like I was saying in the chat earlier, these guys are broken. They haven't had
I
any
say we go.
guy, and he's been killing all their leadership. They cut off. Their only leader's dead. They don't want to be here. And if worse comes to worse, we go back inside, freeze the door, and bolt out the other way.
Alright, let's go at that. I prepare a cantrip.
Hey, I can use the mold earth cantrip to physically block the door with the stone on the ground.
Sounds good.
Nah, let's go for it.
All right.
I'd like to...
We try.
Yeah, I'd like to hold my... What's it called? Cantrip. Let me just double check. Thaumaturgy cantrip. If I see any torches outside, I'd like to turn them greeny flames if we do go outside.
So I think, Riv, the plan is we're going to take the head of the general, we're going to open the front door, and we're going to fuck it, we ball with the soldiers.
All right. So, how we position ourselves and who's holding the head?
Look at Arendor. Are you doing anything with the head?
I'm going to use the mage hand to carry the head floating beside us.
All right.
I reckon 5 or 10 foot in front of us, to be honest.
Yep.
Works. Does the head have the helmet on it still?
Probably
we need some identifier that that's him.
Would
They
it
would
be too
run.
heavy? Would the helmet be too heavy on the mage hand?
The head and helmet with mage hand probably would be too heavy. Because it's only, what, 10 pound? Yeah, 10 pound is the limit.
I'll just staff on my back and I'll head and helmet together.
Cool. Big breath, and we crack the doors open.
Just before I go out,
Yep.
I've got sword and board up, not the bow. So I've got extra AC.
Okay. Yep. Swords out, shields out. Any other final preparations?
I mean,
Going once.
If we have the woman's robes and they're the right height, I want to wear the red robes of the priestess.
Okay. Would you? So you'll have to remove your cloak of protection to do that.
Oh, never had to do that before.
Because the cloak of protection is like the black robes that the assassin lady was wearing, right?
Oh, never mind then. Fuck it.
All right. The doors start to crack open and grind along the stone as they slowly push under your strength. You step out into the night and immediately you're hit with just gusts of icy cold wind as the snow spinning around in the sky starts to just bite at your skin. You step down off the top level of steps and seeing out in front of you just rows upon rows of soldiers standing at attention, not like perfectly alert, staring for any sort of movement, but they're there, they're looking, and you see up in the sky above you just an owl circling. As you start coming down, one of the soldiers snaps to attention, steps forward and just calls out, "Halt! Who goes there? Wait."
My
What's-
thaumaturgy goes off.
What's that? Soldiers, to arms. Get ready. And you see all the soldiers beside them start to pull out crossbows, get them ready, aimed in your direction. The man in the front calls out, explain yourself.
I will just raise the head and the helmet, and then just toss it down the stairs towards him.
And it like rolls, leaving a bit of a black, ichorish sort of greeny trail in the snow as it rolls down the steps and lands right at the feet of the captain of these soldiers. You see he kind of takes a step back, and as he looks down, gets a bit of a closer look, steps forward and just moves it with his foot until he realizes what it is, and he takes a big, horrified step backwards. If a cold person out in the middle of the night could go from pale to even more pale, that is what happens to this man. He kind of like looks around over his shoulder, and some of the other soldiers start to catch on. You see a few of them like start to waver, their crossbows start to lower as they all start looking at each other a bit sort of unsure of themselves. Would you like to make an intimidation check, or is there anything else you want to do?
I just want to say this is over.
Your words ring out. Roll an
And my
intimidation check.
thaumaturgy.
And
Can I have my
I
thaumaturgy
will-
go off?
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry. What did you want to do with thaumaturgy?
I wanted this all the the torches that they were bearing turn into green flames.
Ah, okay. So there's like one by one, the torches start to go green, and a couple of them almost like drop them to the snow. They start burning away some of the snow on the ground, and this like kind of dark greenish smoke starts to melt away the snow.
Can I drop a druidcraft at the captain's feet and just make them smell once the head gets there?
Okay, yeah. He's stepping back, and he's clearly being unsettled by all of this. All right. Before we go with an intimidation, I want someone to roll. Why don't we do it with you, Berberus? You can roll an insight check.
Oh, hey, wisdom. Just a casual +7. Fuck me game.
Nice. Very good. So the captain himself and a few of those closest to him look to be sort of steeling themselves. That look that you've probably recognized before, of people who have got to the point where it's now or never. If they give in, they're going to die. So they're essentially resolving themselves to fight until the bitter end. But many of the other soldiers are also not that tough and are clearly starting to look shaken and have the chance to run. And so I will tell you now, I'll give you an intimidation check with advantage due to you taking the captain's head, the general's head, and the thaumaturgy and the druidcraft. With a DC 30, every single one of them will flee. 25, 20 of them will flee. 10 will flee on a DC 20, and on a DC 15, something will happen, and we'll find out what.
Shit. We don't have any charisma in the party anymore, guys.
I have a little bit of charisma. Only a smidge.
What? That was on an 18 for me. God damn it.
The
My
captain,
charisma is -1.
the captain turns to the rest of the soldiers and sees some of them starting to waver. He sees the torches in the ground, and he just calls out, "Pick yourselves up, you maggots. There's only 6 of them, 25 of us. Ready the crossbows, bring them down. We'll find out we'll get to the bottom of this later." And you see them start
I
to draw their
guiding bolt the
crossbows.
captain. I guiding bolt the captain in the face.
Do you guys want to roll initiative and go straight into combat, or are there any other actions you guys
Do we
want
have a
to do?
chance to talk first?
Say again?
Do we have a chance for final words?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, I'll wait till you say something.
I'll just look out of it. This is over. He's dead. There are no reinforcements. return to your camps and sue for peace. That's it.
Can I tack on how many of your leaders do we have to kill? We killed a bunch at the camp. We killed a bunch on the way here. Now your general's gone, and his caster, and the priest. How many more want to die?
How do I know this isn't just some kind of trick or illusion?
Is it in the bag of holding, or have people got them on their person? Someone pull out the priest's clothes and that caster's clothes. Show them the clothes.
I think Dondar's got him.
If we took them, sure, let's say we could get them out.
The red cloak gets pulled out. And again, another wave of discomfort just crashes across the soldiers as these red priests have been striking terror in the hearts and minds of these people for weeks now, months. Okay.
Can I take something else on, Riv?
Absolutely.
Even your hands of the Empire are useless in front of us. And I pull out the cloak, the red cloak of the hand of the Empire that's in my bag. I'm like, seriously, how many more of your leaders need to die before you just leave us alone?
The captain just
If we kill them, what do you think you'll do?
The captain looks over his shoulder, starting to see his men waver again, and just says, "Don't listen. Rally, folks. I will, on pulling out the red priest's cloak, I will give you another chance. And with the reveal of the cloak of the hand of the Empire, I will give it with advantage again. If there's anything else you want to add to it, or if you want to choose who wants to make the check, I will leave that to you."
I add can I add a fire using prestidigitation?
That's the one. Yep.
Can I add a magical mark above the door behind us of a burning nail?
Yeah, absolutely. Donna just reaches up and uses his hand to trace this big burning nail. And it just flashes out while all of this is occurring. The symbol that is now become relatively well known across the Empire as the Mark of Rebellion. Okay. I will let two of you roll a charisma intimidation check, or one person can roll it with advantage.
I have a +1 to intimidation, but +4 to
Same.
persuasion.
I'll roll one, you roll one.
Yeah,
If you like,
sounds fine. Yeah.
You know what? Intimidation or persuasion, I think I will allow, because there's been a little bit of back and forth, and you are now at the point of sort of trying to convince them almost that you guys are killing their leadership. So I will allow persuasion too.
I can roll a persuasion with +4.
You do it then.
Alright. Here we go, people. Either die
Are you going to do it with advantage?
Advantage.
survive. Yeah, advantage, okay. Oh, that is rough.
The crossbows start to cock as they, while the once wavering, the clear, overwhelming odds of them against you allows the soldiers to rally, and they start to get their crossbows ready to go.
I blast
They'll
the
be-
captain.
Okay.
Alright, boys. Start with the officers and work your way down.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I guess let's just go straight into it.
Yeah, I'm not going to jump in. It's already been resolved many times.
Yeah, I mean, what we'll do, we'll roll initiative. It doesn't necessarily mean that we have to go straight into combat, but it will at least give you guys time to, well, it will give us the correct order in which to resolve the upcoming actions. So, give me a second to put 25 soldiers on the board and roll initiative for them. Is the badge still
We're
up?
running, right?
Is what still up?
Sorry?
Bearers, is the badge still up? Okay, cool.
Yep. Badger goes on my turn, so believe.
What I will do, let me expand
Yeah,
this.
on my turn. So.
Yeah. So I've just added you all to the initiative tracker. Please feel free to start rolling in while I get the rest of the stuff configured. What I'm going to do is add some padding to the map. There we go. Cool. That's good.
I didn't predict our suicide.
Why indeed. I'm probably not going to put all 25. I'll put a couple of dudes out here just for presentation's sake. And I will give each one their own initiative, and they'll just all go on the same initiative round. So he's going to go on. He's going to go on. And he's going to go
Don't need the Badger in initiative because it acts on my turn.
Nice.
How many captains did we see popped out of here?
This is one captain who's standing at the front. All right.
Marius.
Oh no. Okay.
Marius rolled better than I did.
I think that in this instance, so up front, first off, the captain, he is going to go first because he's apparently rolling best initiative. This is Captain Varos Keldran, leader of this platoon of I believe the 3rd Talon. He doesn't have a crossbow on him. He is instead just going to swing his arm forward in a motion to send all his soldiers to attack with their crossbows, and then take a defensive stance. So he will take the dodge action and just sort of like step back into the ranks so that he's out of the way of the rest of the soldiers, and hold an action to I think he's going to take the dodge action. All right, cool. That will then take us to Kai. What are you doing?
Well, I did say I was going to blast him.
Yeah.
So I'm going
You want
blast
a
him
guiding bolt?
with
Let's just let's move you guys
guiding
all
bolt.
forward a bit so that because you were technically stepped out onto the steps, right? We'll say
Yes.
Don Dara and Marius can maybe we're staying inside a bit if that's how you want it to be. All right, cool. Shoot your guiding bolt at the captain. This will be with disadvantage, I think, because he's taking dodge.
Oh, yeah, because he's dodging. Shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let me roll again.
Oh no.
No!
And luckily he did. As he swings his arm forward with his sword to marshal all his soldiers start shooting, he takes a defensive stance and he sees you start to incant the guiding bolt. The beam of moonlight fires from your hand and he's able to duck as it goes glancing over his shoulder.
I'm gonna move backwards. Up from where I came
Okay.
to behind through the doors.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, cool. End your turn.
Yeah, end my turn.
Cool. For heavy crossbow attacks will come from the tough guards, so I'll just roll them as d20s. This is going to be...
Actually, can I be here? Yeah, I want to be behind.
That's fine. This will be 2 into Berberus, 2 into Rio, because Rio was also talking and intimidating. So here we go. This has got +3 to each of these. Oh, Jesus. Wow, look at that. Okay, I think literally all of those miss. Berberus, what's your AC? 19. Yeah, okay. They
19.
Yeah, so the tough guards at the
19
front,
is-
in line with the captain, kneel down, crossbows out, and just launch up at you. But it's an awkward angle up the stairs towards the entrance to the stone hut here, and they just miscalculated what the angle of that sort of parabola would be, and they clatter to your feet, just at hitting the top of the stairs, and all of them will miss. They will start marshalling forwards and start trying to close the distance on you. Bring us to Erendor's turn.
Yep. Okay. I am gonna just drop a Mind Sliver into one of those tough cards up front.
Go for it.
Trying to. Yep. So that's a DC 14 int saving.
Alrighty, so this is on one of the toughs, yeah? He will
Yep.
take his saving throw. Ooh, I think that fails. Nice. And what else does that do? That will subtract D4 from his next saving throw. Nice. Alright, cool. I will give him a...
Yes, before the end of my next turn.
Yeah. Cool. Alrighty.
Is that on the cups or the captain?
That was on one of the tops.
Yeah. Cool. Actually, you know what? Let's make that bigger. So that's obvious. There you go. Excellent. All right. Movement bonus action.
Movement, I'm getting inside. And getting out of line of sight of those crossbows.
Okay. Cool. That will bring us to Dondar's turn.
Ooh. Oh, look at all the pew-pews. Alright, let's do
Yeah,
let's
Do you have
Pardon?
anything left to pew with?
just cantrips. It's gonna be a firebolt. Did the big boy die yet? He didn't. I'm gonna hit the papa duck. Big papa.
Yep. That's good. That'll hit. Is this at this guy?
Yep.
Okay. You have to roll a disadvantage because he's dodging. So just roll one more time. Yeah, and with the 15, that will miss. Once again, ready for the magical. He's apparently been trained in the arts, and he is ready for it. So he's able to dodge, and the firebolt glances over his shoulder, just like the previous guiding bolt.
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah, then I'm gonna duck away.
Cool. The guard's turn. Okay. I think that they would probably be struggling to see Marius from here, since he didn't come fully out onto the steps. Yeah. Okay. We'll just do 10 to Berberus and 10 to Rio. So this is Berberus. These have all got a +3 to them. UAC is 19, eh? So that looks
Yep.
like 2 hits.
Yep.
Cool, alright. Damage is a d8 +1, so we'll go 2d8 +2. 9 damage to Berberus, and we'll do another 10d20 to Rio. Ooh, lots of hits, I think. What's your AC at the moment, Rio, with your shield?
19.
Okay, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits.
5.
Yeah. 5d8 +5. Oof, 31 damage is... Damn, that's a big roll. 31 damage is 5 bolts just smash into Rio. He's able to block 5 of them with his shield, but 5 manage to get through, piercing into your shoulder. One grazes through your neck, nearly piercing your jugular, and you get one in your leg as well. How are you looking, Rio?
Still up.
Still up. That's good. We love to hear that.
And 5 con saves.
Oh, and look at that. Succeeded all of them. Incredible. What's the con save for?
Hunter's Mark lasts for an hour. I still got 1 up.
Okay, nice.
I think.
Yep. No, that
I
makes
stress the
sense.
word I think. I'm not sure if I still have 1 up or not.
I think. Oh, you went down.
I don't know if I had 1 left after I went down.
Yeah, when you went down, it would have gone off. I think, right?
I don't remember.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's just say you still have it. It's all good. We move on to Berberus's turn.
Right. And goes Badger acts on my turn and follows my commands as a bonus action, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Double check the wording on the Grey Bag of Tricks.
Yeah, let's have a look at that.
Acts on your turn, you can use a bonus action
Bonus
to command
action.
how the creature moves and what action it takes on its next turn, which is my turn. That's weird wording. But
Well, because it'll go directly after you, I guess.
Yeah.
So you control the bonus action, then it just goes. Yeah.
I'll just signal to the Badger, get him inside, and point to Rio. So the Badger will move to Rio and push him inside the door.
Okay.
If that's allowed.
Yeah. Why don't we?
Is Rio willing to be pushed inside the door by the Badger? The Badger grabs you, and drags you in.
Yeah.
Half movement speed. Mm-hmm.
The Badger is not super strong.
It's a giant Badger.
Oh, Giant Badger. Okay, I was looking
Giant
at
Badger.
normal Badger. Giant Badger has got a +1 to strength. It's reasonably strong. Okay, I think if it were a player, and it is a medium creature. Yeah, no, actually, you know what? Medium creature, Rio's a medium creature. I'm happy with that. It can drag you half its movement, as if it were difficult terrain when it's trying to drag another creature. So
Are you going to be dragged inside Rio?
Yeah, I was gonna back up. If you go in, I was going in.
I'm just trying to make most of our time we've got.
yeah, I believe you can get to about the square if you wanted to get taken.
I'll get just at the Badger, get him inside, just at Rio, get that door shut.
Yep.
And then I will step back myself.
Okay, Rio, you have to move
Yeah, where are you moving me to?
about there. Yeah.
Badger's getting you inside, inside the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just look out at the guards and say, "You fucking fools!" And then I will use my action to burn one of my final remaining 3rd level spell slots and drop a spiked growth on the
Ooh,
stairs.
nice.
20-foot radius.
Yep.
Place template. Can I place template?
Should be able to. There we go.
Any
Nice.
creature that moves within that is difficult terrain and takes 2 cast it? I don't believe you can cast it. No, we're just casting it. So 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Cool. Just to, are you sure you want to put it right there? I will just point out that steps are quite wide. You would probably see that they could run up here around the side and not take too much damage from it, so you might want to move it in a bit.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, step back a little bit.
Do you want to maybe
back
make
up
it like
one. I
here
don't
or
know.
something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And that'll be my turn in the hope that Rio will try and slam the door shut in their face.
Yeah, I mean, you
coming
can call that. You can call that out to him as free action. Yep. Excellent. Alrighty, over to Rio.
He's just killed me with the spike growth because I move into it. I'm going to take 2d4, aren't I?
Probably, yeah.
But you can reach across diagonally, surely.
You know what?
Because the
Maris
door won't be
Yeah, Marius is
door
going
will be
directly
like-
after Rio. So I think what will happen here is Marius is going to hear Berberus also call out, and he's going to lock eyes with you, Rio, and just sort of nod. And both of you guys can go to either side of the door and reach over together and pull the door at the same time. So Marius will support you using his action at the same time to pull the door closed. The heavy doors slam shut.
Is that my full action to do that?
It would be an action to pull the door closed, yeah.
Extra attack's not a second action.
Yeah.
As I'm pulling it shut, I'll bonus action move the hunter's mark onto the captain,
Okay.
just to have a sense of where he is.
Mhm.
And that's all I can do, I guess.
You can run back.
I was going to put a crowbar through the door, but
Yeah. Are you guys sort of bracing the door?
I was just going to use mold earth to raise the stone next to the door so it can't be opened. 'Cause
A
opening winds are
really
out.
big door jam. A really big door jam.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is it
You
inwards
see,
or outwards?
the doors open inwards. So that's why
Yeah, so
the guys
just
are able to
that
step around and
raised-
like, push them close. Yeah.
That means you're injured on the inside.
Just raise the stone in the middle, just a few inches would do it.
Okay. It's Marius's turn anyway. He was also using his action to help close the door, and he just sort of like looks around at you guys and says, "Guys, backup plan? Are we running? Are we getting out of here? Or do we brace the door? What are we doing?" And then that will essentially end his turn. Outside, you hear the veteran just kind of like curse, like "fucking goddamn!" You hear him sort of some movement going on out there, but you don't see anything. Then you hear a voice just call out, "Get to the door, break it down, go, go, go." That's probably all you're going to hear from him. Kai, that's your turn.
I see the water that's underneath the door, and in the middle between the two doors, I am gonna freeze the doors shut
Okay.
in the middle, brace both doors.
Yep. With control water or shape water rather.
Yeah, shape water.
Cool.
You want me to put that in the thing?
Yeah, let's just quickly look at it. Just want to check how long it will last and how strong that would be.
I'll be an hour.
Alrighty. You can freeze the water, provided there are no creatures in it. Freezes and unfreezes in 1 hour.
And
Okay,
it's
cool.
magical ice, so
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's indestructible.
because it doesn't melt. It doesn't melt.
Correct. It won't melt, but like it's is in theory breakable. But I suppose if you were to make it like a solid cube rather than like a long flat sheet, it's potentially a bit stronger. So what are you sort of thinking?
I was thinking of making like just gluing the doors together like a cube, but freezing it to like a 5-foot cube.
Yeah.
In between the doors.
Yeah, cool.
A 5-foot
Throw
cube
some
of
solid.
ice. Pretty fucking
Yeah.
big.
5 foot
It's
cube
heavy
is big.
too.
That's like
yeah.
shoulder high.
Are you sure it's not like a,
Yeah.
a cubic 5-foot cube?
5-foot cube.
Because I drenched the door with my what's it called?
Decanter,
A
yeah.
decanter of endless water. So there's
Yeah,
tons of water.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That seems wild to me when you think about it. Like 5 feet's big. That's like nearly as tall as I am. It's just like
Yeah.
a block
We've all
of
seen
ice.
Karate Kid. You can't break that much ice.
No.
Yeah, that's the whole point. They got to chip away at it, I suppose, from one side, but it's frozen on the inside, so they got to literally break the door.
I'm just going to do a quick Google if that's all right.
Yeah, shape water is one of those things that it's like it's DM's call.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Alternatively, you just freeze the water in a sheet over the ground outside the door so that they're standing on slippery ice.
Yeah.
It's only
As they're
5
trying
foot,
to break
though.
down
It's
the-
only 5.
You can't freeze it if there's a creature in the space.
But they're not in the space at the moment. Not as far as we know.
we don't know.
But I have to be able to see that area outside the door, which I can't,
yep.
you know? Like,
Just sealing
And
up the
only
door. Mold earth. We've got plenty
Yeah.
of time to like it.
yeah, I'd rather seal the door so they gotta hack their way through. Gives us a bit of time.
Okay, so
Because the door opens, the hinges are on the inside, so they can't get in them.
I think that so it's a bounding box is how people have clarified it. So you couldn't make it like the same quantity of water, but then like in a super long pipe or something like that. It has to be within that bounding box of area. But any amount of
within the
water
5
that
foot.
fits within that 5 by 5 by 5 foot cube can be controlled and frozen. That's fucking stupid. But it's all good. Hey, we're using spells and breaking the game. What I will say, it's pretty much impossible that you would have been able to pour out that much water in the time that we've had here to be able to actually get enough, because there's like 125 gallons of water or something,
Cube.
right?
Can I have a 1 foot cube?
There's some.
I'm sure Dondar could press a 1 foot cube.
There's definitely a decent chunk of ice, like maybe like a foot or two across. Like there's a decent chunk, but 5 by 5 by 5 is like massive, and that would probably take a long time to pour out. So yes, you can froze that on. I'm happy with that.
Cool. Alright, that's me, and I'd like to back 30 feet.
Okay.
We're
Just
stealing
quietly.
it.
Does the door have a lock or a bar? Would a temple have that?
Yep. You to
I did
have a
ask
quick
early
look.
on if we could bar the door.
Yeah. There do appear to be like sort of some sort of locking mechanism, but you'd need to investigate it properly to figure out what it would do and how to use it. Okay. So let's see what it does for spike growth. 2d4 for every 5 feet. So that's going to be 3 feet.
terrain.
So what, 64 for each of them? I'll
Yep.
just roll that once.
And it's also difficult terrain, so half movement.
Yeah. So that means they can go 15, which is fine. They can.
If they choose to advance through the hazardous terrain, they obviously not there.
Yeah. They are being commanded forward, and so forward they go, and you just hear like kind of like god damn them, sword slashing or maces swinging to try and break some of the spike growth away. They all take 64 damage. 64 damage. That's
14 damage each.
That's a decent roll. Okay. You hear one.
None of them die.
You hear one of them scream out and die. Actually, the one that had been affected by Mind Sliver. You hear one guy just and sort of the thud as it falls to the ground. The rest of them are, well, I guess you can't see them, but oh shit.
Metagamey, the good news is they're the tough guards, so the other guys are fucked.
Okay. Good.
Does
You
the
just
cap take 2d6?
when it
He's
comes to his turn. His turn was
I
on the
don't
top,
know if
right?
he moved.
Yeah, you wouldn't have known, but I'll do it for him anyway. He would have been. Wait, how does it work? Is it if you start your turn? It's only if you move, right?
Only if you move
Yeah,
Moves
he
into
didn't. He
or
didn't.
within.
He didn't move. So
into or within it.
yeah. You do hear a big thud as multiple bodies slam against the door. You hear the hinges sort of like rattle a bit, and a bit of dust comes off out of the doors and start to scatter down. But the ice is potentially holding strong. I will roll a couple of strength checks. These guys have got a +2.
We could potentially be bracing from the inside while we're waiting. It's up to you.
Okay, you hear a big thud, and that's the end of their turn. We'll go to Erendor's turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start GTFOing.
Okay. What we might do now is, if you guys are all planning on ditching at this point, unless there's anything else you guys wanted to do, or any of the sort of people in the remaining initiative order, if you wanted to do more to the door, call out now. Otherwise, we might drop initiative and we'll move to a moment by moment gameplay.
Does the door have handles where I could stick a crowbar into it to make it harder to open?
Yep, definitely.
That's my plan for my next turn when I get to it.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's cool. You can just do that now. So I think we'll drop initiative. Rhea, you go forward. Do you have a crowbar in your backpack?
I do.
Sweet, yeah. You slash it through. Just fits beneath where Kai had put his block of ice, but there's just enough room there to slide it through. These massive, big, like ornate stone handles, like giant, sort of 2 or 3 feet long, sort of thing where you can imagine a couple of people just like grabbing them and yanking the door open. That slots through quite nicely.
I believe Dondar was in a mold earth or something.
Yep. You see Marius just starts heading back with Erendor, kind of having a look around to see where we could go.
I have an idea.
All right.
Follow me.
Whisper.
Yeah, feel free to not drag your tokens around. You don't necessarily need them anymore.
All right. So my plan. You said before these windows all the way at the top here, Riv.
Yeah.
They're like 20, 30 foot high.
Yeah, massive windows. Yeah.
Sweet. I want to run. How long is this thing? 64.
Rooftops feel like a good way to get crossbowed. I'm just going to mention.
Do you want to get out of here or not?
We can just run back the way we came in.
Yeah, we can go to the balconies. The balconies lead to somewhere, apparently.
But didn't we dropped down, but we came in through like the
side wings. Yeah, the wings were linked to the balconies or something.
So there are.
Oh, look at Marius.
Yeah.
Is there any other way out of this building other than the front door?
Yeah, the side wings. We can get through the tunnels to them potentially. It's a risk. If they're covering those, then the only way out would be through the main entrance of those wings themselves. But it's a chance they might not expect us to go that way. You will remember you came up through here. There are in the same way that there are stairs that go down here. There are also stairs that go down in a similar way underneath these balconies that go down, lead to a door, down to the tunnels where there are these sort of like under passages that connect the 2 side wings of the Stoneheart.
Yeah, there was like the military temple that we came through to get in on the side.
Yeah.
That was pretty quiet when we went through earlier on.
Yeah, so you came
Either
through...
that, or we can use the rope of climbing to bust through that window and go out the other side of the building where they won't be guarding an entrance. Hopefully.
Yeah, but they're going to hear that as soon as
slam
we
on the
break
door.
that glass.
Go for
Marius
the
just
tunnels,
looks around.
break a window on the other side.
Whatever we're going to do it fast.
It's a long way. It was like 30-40 minutes to travel through the building. I think we use the interior of the building as cover while we can.
All right, you guys pick one, and I'm going to pull out my bow, and I am going to, because they're all like 20, 30 foot in the air, right, Griff?
It would be a 10-ish feet up to get to the window, and then the windows themselves are sort of 20, 30 feet tall.
I'm going to take out my bow and just start popping holes in random windows to make it look like we might have gone out one of them.
All right, yeah, nice. You just start launching, and big panes of glass start shattering outwards. Larger chunks sort of like start breaking off as you start to fracture them and weaken their integrity. Cool.
And then
I believe
Donna
Donna was going to do something.
Yes.
Can I do the thing?
What thing you doing?
You're still in
The shaper.
mold earth.
So, I wanted to use mold earth. The description is unclear as to whether I can manipulate stone.
Yes.
I can.
I don't think
Yes.
you can. I don't think you can manipulate stone. You can target earth and excavate it. With stone, you can put symbols and shapes and stuff on it. So it's different effects based on the stone. So if it's loose earth, you can excavate it instantly and move it. If it's stone, you can cause shapes and colors to appear on it. If it is dirt or stone, you can make it difficult terrain. So I don't think you can just excavate like solid stone.
Okay.
That'd be pretty strong for a cantrip.
Yeah. And I don't actually have a hammer, do I?
I've got one.
I'll toss you my hammer.
You've got one? Oh. I have, through some experience I have in stone cutting, I want to chip off stone from one of the stone coffins and use it to hammer a wedge under the doors.
Okay.
A doorstop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Roll your this would be your, do you have the tools with you? Sorry, let me quickly look at your thing.
I have a hammer.
Yeah, so calligraphers, so
I'm
you're
imagining hitting stone.
Yeah. Cool. So I think you're proficient with calligrapher's supplies now. So I think what I'll let you do is you can roll it with either dex or strength, but you won't be able to add your proficiency modifier to it.
It doesn't dwarf get stone law?
I have a
they
stone
lose it.
cutting. I have a stone cutting feature, which
Stone
its
cunning.
effect doesn't. Sorry, stone cunning. Sorry,
Yeah.
you're right. Yes, I misread that.
Tremor sense.
So I can use it to sense where people are.
Yeah.
That's quite cool. You can like sort of you don't need to be able to see, so in pitch black you can kind of feel where people are if they're on stone.
Good question. I thought it's basically tremor sense. Gotcha.
So do you want to try your
Can I
hammer?
just do it anyway?
Yeah, definitely give it a try. Roll and add either your
Yeah.
dex or your strength.
Dex.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's
Huge roll.
decent.
Yeah, no, I think I was gonna basically expect a 21st because it's quite a difficult thing to do, and also time is of the essence here. We don't have time to be spending a bunch of time to chisel off these things. But on this really super nice ornate coffin, and you see Marius kind of looking over his shoulder and almost grimace a bit as you go to do it. But there's like this section of stone up on top that looks a bit more fragile and more ornamental. You can just easily whack that and it comes off instantly, and it looks like it's just the right sort of angle and shape to be able to slide and wedge down under the door. Very good. There are now 3 layers of protection against the door, and as you do that, you hear another massive boom as a bunch more people slam against the wall. Okay.
Are they taking damage from the smoke growth as they get close?
I think once they're up against the wall, they don't need to move anymore. You see now with this thud, the ice starts to crack, and shards start to break off the ice a bit. Okay, cool.
In the words of a wise man, whoop, 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 whoop.
Well, wise
Were we
man's fear.
going the one
Down
under
low,
or
exiting
the
through
stairs?
the path we know, I think it's probably the safest.
Cool.
But
You-
better the devil we know.
Yeah, Marius, he runs over to the store, to the steps that lead down to the tunnels, and he kind of like just waves you over as he is quite familiar with these. Head down the stairs, down into the underpass, and you will be essentially heading straight down and up to the left, following the stairs, leading the way back over to the Hall of the Guardians. You come up into the main chamber of the Guardians, you look around, you see all the ceremonial weapons, the altar, and the anvil. Again, in this room now, there are more windows, and you know far down the end is the main entrance to the Hall of the Guardians. I will just point out that I will just draw a quick sketch of this for you. It's essentially like this. It's like a separate wing that's built onto it here, and the entrance to the Hall of the Guardians is here. So just so you've got the info.
Where's him?
Say again?
So we could have snuck out the side the whole time.
Sorry,
you-
the Hall
you
of the
would've-
Guardians entrance, is that there?
Okay.
Correct, yeah. So you would have
Oh,
come
right.
down
I
the
see what you
tunnels
mean.
here.
So they're
You would have gone back, and you would have come up here. The anvil and the altar is like here. There is like a section here. There are more rooms that come in here, like on a different level. There are more rooms down here. But you essentially would need to come down this way to exit.
But from memory, it was the closest point to the buildings outside. So the buildings outside would be like here or something, I'm guessing.
so the guards can
yeah.
see us if we come run outside from this door.
That's essentially what I'm trying to say. Yeah, if you come out through the main entrance here,
That's what
it will just open out to the main courtyard where the soldiers are. But I mean, it won't be directly where they are necessarily. So you
From
can try
memory,
that
the reason we went in that door is because it was closest to the surrounding buildings in the courtyard. So it
Correct,
is the
yeah.
least distance to cover.
That's right. So yeah, so you might, if you were to come over this way, you would get back to a similar alley. Yeah.
And if nothing else, it'll buy a bit of time while they filter in and get scattered.
On our way through to all of the, what's it called, the armory. Do we see any windows along the wall?
Yeah, there are plenty of windows in here. Plenty of windows that will be coming out up in this direction. There are windows. There are windows up behind the altar, or the anvil rather. Yep.
Are these like the high ones, or are they street level ones?
Similar design. They aren't as high as the main ones in the main chamber of the Stoneheart, but they're also very tall. Yeah.
What's the plan?
Get as far as we can, and then either out the window or a door. Just we need to get back into the buildings.
All right, cool.
Back in the
I'll
buildings
follow
and
you
back
lot.
into the path.
As they're talking about that, I am putting water on all the doors that we go through and freezing them. I'm going to be like 12 seconds behind each. So I'm setting up frozen doors.
Yep. Okay, cool. So we're just like freezing the path as we go. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it'll take a little bit of time.
Yeah, so I'll be
Good.
about 12 seconds behind everyone else.
Yeah, sweet. So are we going out a window?
I
If
broke
we
a bunch of
find one
windows to
that-
make it look like we're going out the window in the main room.
Oh man, these guys are rolling like shit.
Well, they're standing in a
They
bunch
are
of
the
spikes.
Empire.
They are. It's difficult for them.
If we find a window that links out well to nearby buildings, at any point while we're running, am I able to link with my owl outside, or is he still too far away?
Oh no, yeah,
Oh,
you
so-
can link with them now for sure. Yeah, now that you're up on the sort of main level.
Am I seeing anything running around, or is it just the front door that's busy?
Good question. Roll a perception check for Yal.
I'm doing a character token.
Yeah, hey bro, you chose it.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think the snowstorm is starting to pack in a bit. Probably doesn't see anything in too much detail, I would say.
That's good. If he can't see shit, then they can't see us.
Fair point, yeah.
At some point, we probably want to break out a window. The closest window to the buildings that have the closest range to the Great Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
I'm sure my owl can pinpoint that at least.
Yeah, so I think
And
that
then we just need to...
you want to be heading
head
back
trig-
towards the wall where the tunnel is, right?
Yeah, over this.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, so
Yeah,
you
we're
want to
gonna
be heading in this direction, over to the east.
Yep.
Cool. All right, sweet. So do you want to jump up one of these windows out here to potentially to break out?
Yeah,
Just
whichever one will get us closer without anyone waiting for us.
I think that's probably your best
Just-
bet. Yeah.
Just before that happens, can I click my finger and summon my raven?
Yep.
And I go, hello buddy, hello Pepper. I'd like you to repeat after me. They're escaping through the west wing.
Okay.
And my raven uses mimicry,
Okay.
like quietly, just to practice.
Yep.
Because I want to break out and send the raven out to the front.
Isengard.
Can you link mimicry or something? How exactly does that work?
Sure.
Like, does it sound like a? Yeah, I've got.
It
the...
sounds like whatever you tell it to sound like, yeah.
Yeah,
Can
sounds like
mimic
what I tell it to
simple
sound like.
sounds it can hear, such as a whisper or chitter. The hearer can discern the sounds are imitations of a successful DC 10 wisdom. Okay. Roll a.
I don't have my raven token.
It's in the
That's
familiars at the top. Yeah. Why don't you just roll a wisdom check for your raven? It's got a +1 to see if it can, in this short time,
Right.
manage to.
This is new to me.
mimic it.
Wisdom check for my raven.
Just roll a d20. We can do d20. We can +1 to it.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, and I found it.
Okay. It kind of just says like, escaping, west wing.
Oh, that's good enough. Good enough for me. As we break out, when we break out, I'd like to send my raven to the front to fly by and shout that out a couple of times before disappearing back to us. But
Alright.
taking the long way around the west to the past the west wing back to us.
Yep.
Around the back.
Okay, excellent. So are we gonna hoist up to the window, break out? That's the plan. Awesome. As
I'm
we go,
just walking straight up the wall.
yeah, nice.
Oh, you little.
So yeah, Erinda can help lead the way, help some people climb up as well, and then we break
I
out the
will
window.
grab the giant badger and throw it to Erindor.
Yep. Nice. Everyone, please roll for me a group stealth check as we're breaking out the window.
May I use my innate spellcasting pass without trace?
Do you want to activate this before you break the window?
Head out? Yeah, probably a good idea.
Okay. Have you used this today already? Is the question.
I have not. It has not been used at all since my last long rest.
Okay. I think I might have used it for you.
I have. It has a second level spell that was used.
Hmm.
I have it both as innate and as a second level spell.
Ah, okay. So you would have used the spell, or I would have used the spell, I guess. Then.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And then that would have been crossed off during the combat.
Yep.
Okay. All right, cool. Everyone gets a +10 as you go to break out the window. This is a DC 20 because breaking glass is loud. Yeah.
So mine was without the +10.
Me too. I get a 16. Wait, is this to break the glass or with my armor?
This is just a stealth check.
Just general stealth.
Yeah. A
Oh,
group
yeah, okay. My stealth
check.
is that. My stealth is fucked anyway.
Yeah. So we need Donda, we need Marius.
So mine's a 32.
Yeah.
Just literally see Rio disappear.
Really
Rio's
nice.
in the Shadow Realm.
Oh.
Where's Marius? There he is.
I cannot roll any better than that. Oh, sorry, I'm dying over here.
Settle down, John Cena.
Okay. All right. You guys
So
are very...
32, 41.
Yeah. Very, very
37.
good. The
Do I need to
glass-
roll for the badger?
Nah. These are just the people, I think. I mean, technically, I probably could have just done a single stealth check for the person breaking the glass, but I think it makes sense as people climbing out, making sure maybe more glass is shattering as we're going, that sort of thing. You break through the glass. Just directly beneath is sort of like a little awning, so you kind of come out onto a little raised lip. You can jump off down onto the courtyard and crouch and get ready to flee across the courtyard. With those stealth checks and with the very, very clutch pass without a trace, none of the guards heard you, which is unfathomable that this would be possible. But all good. You now have to make the mad dash across the courtyard and into the dense streets of Valnoran. So as we are dashing across once again, please make another stealth check, this time visually. So if you've got things that give you advantage from sound, this time it's visual only.
Do we get to try and affect it anyway? I have my owl do a flyby on the guards to make them look in one direction.
If you want to pause for a second and do any abilities before you dash across, absolutely. Yeah.
I send my raven.
Okay. So the
Use that mimicry
raven
thing.
goes flying over and just like passes overhead, and it just hears. You probably wouldn't even be able to hear it at this point in the storm, but you just would have hear like the guards would hear escaping West Wing, and they will make some wisdom saving throws to see. I'll roll a few to see if they. Oh, one of them actually just rolled a natural 20. Okay.
I would like to, if I'm allowed, pick a guard on the far side of the guard groups.
Mhm.
And have my owl do a flyby, and then through my familiar, do a shocking grasp.
Ooh. Okay.
Because I can cast cantrips with a range of touch through my familiar.
Yep.
Yeah, well, actually, how does that work with range to target? Actually, I need to probably double check that.
I think if the owl is touching the target, then you can cast through it. I'm pretty sure.
But it's my range to the owl, because I know we looked at that before. and
It's
that
like
was the thing.
100 and
120
feet,
or
right?
something, I believe, is the range on familiar.
Well, if that's in range, then yeah, owl do a flyby and zap the shit out of a guard on the far side of the pack, so he screams and they all look at him.
Okay.
Should just
If I'm
zap
allowed.
zap the captain.
100 feet of you. That might be. So do you want to do it on like the far left side of the thing?
Yeah, so they're looking away at whoever's yelling in pain.
Oops.
If the range works.
Yeah.
If the range is too far, then the range is far enough. They're not going to see us, and we're just fucking legging it.
Yeah, it's probably a bit far.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, we're just hoiking it. Owl is watching to see if
Cool.
anyone spots us.
Yep. So
just
yeah,
huffing
group
away.
self checks. Kai, you can do yours with advantage, since you made a distraction. So just roll one more time, and we'll take your highest.
Well, actually,
I'll do Marius again.
this will be up plus 10.
Still got pass
17?
without a trace. So yeah.
23.
Yeah.
But I'm getting a difference between what the dice shows me and then what the number shows me.
Oh really?
Yeah, that showed me a 17, but it was a 7.
Huh.
No, not even
Yeah,
that.
just before the dice for me kept on rolling
Oh,
for
right.
about 3 or 4 seconds after the number popped up in
Yeah,
chat.
maybe just need to smash or reload or something. The dice might be desynced or something like that. All right, cool. So what have we got? Dondana is 17. 26. Yeah, all pretty good. And Kai, you rolled a second time, eh? I don't think we've seen a second roll for Kai.
Oh, I took the highest roll for the disadvantage. Like, it's two
okay.
dice.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so 14.
Anyway, right?
Oh,
That'll be like 24.
no, but it wouldn't be with advantage. It would just be a straight roll because your disadvantage and advantage
Oh,
would
straight
cancel
roll.
out.
I'll
Yeah.
just roll. I'll
Just
regular
roll-
then.
roll once
I'll
more. Yeah.
Regular. Hold up.
Okay, cool. Nah, you guys are fine. You're
Yep.
fine.
Yep. Same. 24.
You dash across the pavement, the courtyard, the snow, the wind blasting behind you, the tracks immediately being covered by the path without a trace. Looking over your shoulders as you dash into a nearby street, you see the torches of the guards still up against the door trying to break through, but now others starting to fan out and spread to encircle the stone hut itself and trying to cut off more exits. You can see more guards starting to actually file into the courtyard as apparently some alarm was raised and reinforcements were requested, but you guys are long gone. Oh, and you guys are very lucky. That could have gone very, very badly. You duck in between the streets. Marius is happy to help lead the way if you ever get confused, and you, after not too long, half an hour or so of running, maybe closer to an hour, starting to pant with exhaustion, make your way back to that little simple house built up against the edge wall of the city, where you can enter and get ready to go downstairs. Is there anything else you wanted to do as we are crossing the city at this point?
Is old mate still there? The guy with
Yeah, I
tied
want to
up?
check in the house. I want to hear
Yeah.
the tied up guy.
So you tied
Inside
one of
the
the guys
bedroom.
upstairs, right?
Yeah.
And he was knocked unconscious or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah, and then I put a chair against the door so that
Yeah.
it wouldn't open it easily.
Let me. I'll just roll a Constitution save for him to see if he came back. He rolled a natural 20. So as you come inside, and if you listen, you hear a chair kind of rocking a bit, like you hear someone struggling upstairs. At this, Marius just like cocks his head and says, "Should we be worried about that?"
Ah,
You can ask him if
nothing
he wants to
worry
come
about.
with
This
us.
one,
We've killed General Blackmarsh. Why not?
I don't know if he can come with us, but we could probably let him out. What's he going to do?
Tell them
Sound
the
of
nails
alarms?
escaped.
I don't
They
think this
already
is,
know that.
They
No,
know
escape.
Yeah, but they don't know that we escaped through here.
I don't think this is the
They can
evening
when
for.
they find him.
Yeah, I don't think this is the evening for giving grace to these people, and certainly not taking them back into our midst. There may be time for that later, but for now, need to keep eyes on the price.
Let's head through the tunnel and
Down the
get
hole.
out of here.
Okay.
I'll send the badger ahead to make sure nothing's going to ambush us in the dark.
Cool. We are
I
now.
dismiss Pepper,
Yeah.
the raven.
We're now pushing 4 or 5 a.m. I think.
Badger's approaching, disappearing with dawn.
Yeah, would have been about 2 a.m. I think. An hour inside, 3, 4. Yeah, it's probably about 4 a.m. I think I want to have a Constitution saving throw from everyone. If you can beat a 12, you will not get exhaustion.
Yeah.
I was watching that one teeter there.
Mm.
I'm old and grumpy.
Some of us are good to go, and
Yeah.
we have all grumpy men.
Berberus was awoken from his nap right before the assault with the undead on the bridge, and he's not feeling happy about it. And his day hasn't finished since that time, and so he's starting to feel the weight of
I
exhaustion.
don't even go to a nap, to be honest.
Yeah.
Grandpa nap.
And also, he has been fighting and spending time in the city for many weeks, so it is starting to wear on him. Berberus gains a level of exhaustion as you start to pick your way down through the tunnel again, seeing the beautifully designed and carved archway built by Donda with his fabricate.
Talking about Donda, how's Donda feeling?
How is Donda feeling?
I don't know. Tell me.
Oh, he's an excited little dwarf, as you know.
Are you feeling tired?
No.
What I'm hinting is you gotta roll, Donda. Donda, you gotta roll.
Yeah. What do I roll? I've lost it again in the stupid UI. Does it just, do I click con?
Con save, yeah. Con
Con
saving.
ability?
The saving.
Which
Saving
one's the
one.
saving one?
Saving throw.
It's the saving throws.
Top right hand side.
In the middle. Or for me it's in the
Sorry,
middle.
found it.
Yeah, you're not
Donda
feeling
also
you're not
takes
looking
a
too good.
level of exhaustion.
You can turn it
Was
on
it
in the
me
effect.
or
I don't know if
people?
it applies to anything. So
Come on, I've got little legs. Someone should carry me.
You get through the tunnel up to the other side of the city, and at this point, Marius confidently leading the way back through the cold, winding streets of the Loyalist territory.
I was going to say, when we get through the area, which is where we dug through before, as my badger's last action before he despawns with the dawn, I'll have him just tear that area down to close it again.
Okay, yeah. So the tunnel itself that Dondard fabricated, you want to sort of just break that behind you?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
How about we say we leave the badger behind and just start ripping at it, because it'll probably take a bit of time.
Yeah, and he despawns with the dawn, so
Yeah.
and he has dig speed, so he should be able to shred
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, excellent. As you continue on along the tunnel, you just hear
it.
the sounds of
A good pat.
scraping and crunching behind you, getting quieter and quieter as you leave the badger to his important work. Passing through the Loyalist territory now, following Marius back up the long steps towards the keep of Valnoran. It is quiet, it's dark, and most people are asleep, other than the sentries and soldiers. As you approach the main gates and archway, you just hear from above, "People approaching!" and some steps as several people align the top of the wall, immediately come and gather and look down as the group of you come up. The soldiers standing at their posts down beside the gate themselves. Immediately you see them start to sort of arm themselves, get ready as you approach, and someone calls out, "Who goes there?" Marius just steps forward and says, It's me. It's Marius." Momentary pause.
It's like, Marius the Redeemer, you useless fucks, open the gate.
couple of soldiers look to each other. One of them steps forward, takes a closer look at Marius and says, My lord, I'm so sorry. I didn't recognize you. You caught him back.
Hurry up!
Okay, quick, inside. They start to usher you. Marius just nods to the soldier. It's all good. It's a good soldier. Back to your post, please. It's been a long night. And you all pass on through and towards the keep. Similar sort of situation.
Oh no, Ro falls over the second he's through the gate.
Oh, really?
Ro's having a sleep, he's done.
Okay, well, so we're still outside. This is just the main sort of gateway into the courtyard of the keep itself? Or do you just want to plonk down?
Yeah,
outside in the
Ro's
snow?
done.
Okay.
Yeah, Ro's done. He's fallen. He's having a sleep.
Rio finds a nice comfortable patch of snow, leans his back against the stone and just enters a trance. Excellent. The rest of you sort of follow Marius up to the keep. A similar sort of encounter occurs with the soldiers standing at the main entrance into the keep itself, but after a quick conversation and some very relieved looks on the soldiers, they allow you inside. Standing now in the marble landing of the keep, Marius just looks around at you, and that feeling of weight leaving someone, you see it just sort of vanish from him as his stress that had clearly been built from a long night of pain and suffering, stress, anxiety, just drops, as well as his composure and exhaustion just washes over him. His shoulders slump and he puts a hand to his head. I truly thought that was it. I truly thought I was done. I would not be here if not for you, and tomorrow would have been a disaster. They... My gods. They were going to crucify me. They were saying they were going to crucify me in plain view of my people in order to have them drop their weapons and surrender the city, but he looks up to the ceiling of the keep, and I can't believe it. Anything you need, anything at all, please just let me know. For now, I have important business to tend to. I need to get my people ready. Do you have places to stay? Can I offer you lodgings here in the keep itself? I'm sure you're all exhausted, and you're most welcome to any rooms that are available. I have people I must speak to, though.
I think we all need a night's rest, but tomorrow I would send a truce. I've had a few structures to the Brains Network. Diplomat messenger to the Imperial forces. I think they're ready to fold and end this finally.
Indeed, we will have to solve that, but for now, I suggest you get some rest. I have some people to speak to. We'll speak again in the morning, and again, forever, my gratitude is with you. He turns and grabs a nearby soldier and just says, please awake Captain Erendir and Ayana if they are asleep, and send them to the study, please. Thank you. And Marius heads up the stairs towards a room deeper into the keep.
I will grab the same guard and go triple fucking guard on that man. Let's not have this happen again.
Soldier nods. Yeah, agreed. And you see him go off and start to gather up a few more soldiers who start to trail behind Marius. Marius the Reclaimer has been returned. At this point, is there anything else you want to do, or is it just finding some sleep and calling for the night?
Short rest to get a wild shape. Use that wild shape to turn into a bear. Fall asleep as a bear.
Okay, nice.
Can you stay as a bear all night?
No.
For like an hour.
It lasts for
Yeah. Okay.
Donda, do you wanna see what we got before we have a break?
See what we got?
I pulled out the armor and the sickle and what else did I pick up?
Oh, detect magic,
The
you mean,
cloak
or
from the priest.
identify?
Yeah, identify. would be
Doesn't
good.
I require spell slot?
He can ritual.
I
Pretty sure
can
he's ritual casted
I
it
think.
for 10 minutes.
If I can stay awake for 10
So
minutes
everything
with my
we-
exhausted state.
Yeah, everything we looted from the night, since it's been one very long night.
Do you want to? Do you want to do this
put
now,
down-
or do you want to rest and do it in the morning?
We can do it.
up to Donda. Up to Donda. What?
I mean, do it in the morning though. The sooner we have spell slots, the better.
All right, we can wait till.
Is this a long rest?
A soldier escorts you all to a nearby chamber that has been vacated. Probably actually the same one that you would have had a brief discussion with Barak Stormrider earlier in the day. It's not a comfortable room. There are no beds, but they try to bring in some seats and some cushions that they pull from nearby rooms. Burris turns into a bear, so he's comfy. And you're able to find some comfort, find some rest for the evening, and you may all smash that long rest button.
We can spoon the bear, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
if you have
want.
exhaustion, you may remove a slot of exhaustion, and I think actually the long rest will probably just do that for you automatically, I would guess.
If you toggled on conditions, it doesn't remove it. You can toggle it off any conditions.
Yeah. Just have a general cleanup of your character. Turn off, disable any concentrations that you've got. Have a look at your spell lists and make sure you prepare new spells if you want to change your spells for the day. Yeah, just a bit of maintenance, I think, is probably due after that. Ah, man. I've got all your health bars up on my other monitor, and it was looking pretty dicey there for a bit, especially when there were 25 arrows being shot in your direction.
The fact that you have
You hit me one more time. I was
a
down.
WoW healing frame on your other monitor with the D&D party right now.
Say again, sorry, dude?
I can just imagine a World of Warcraft healing frame on your other monitor with the D&D party, and it's probably accurate.
Yep, pretty much. Yep.
Sorry, if you hit me one more time, I reckon I was down.
Yeah, yep, you were.
But that's why I always
close.
said to Badger to drag you back through the door just in case shit went down in the meantime.
Yep.
To get, make the most of that time. Abuse the order.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. We do a long rest, and I think, do you guys want to take a little break here as well? It's probably a good point to have a break, eh?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Nice, let's do that. Should we take a 15 and come back 15:15?
Yeah, sounds good.
Nice, alright, cool. I'll switch to stream. There we go. We're live. Let me refresh. Oh man, the other browser was frozen, so all the health bars were out of sync. Give me 1 second to load them back up. While I'm doing that, as morning comes around, you've all long rested, and you find yourselves in a neat room with some piled up cushions, a Berberis in the shape or in the kind of form of where a bear might have once laid. Rio, you're outside, the snow's started to abate, found a nice little spot, and you can yourself come in and find the others in the room and, yeah, see what you want to do for the rest of the day.
I think we probably need to, well, 1, identify all the loot, but 2, also check in to see the current state of the siege.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I hand over the loot to Donda, and as I do so, I also take off my armor, ending to repair the massive impaling gash that's in my armor with mending and prestidigitation.
Yep.
Donda wants to spend some time before we're all up and going, looking at that device that Belinda Bubblegum gave him. See if we can figure out how it works.
Yeah. Which one are you referring to?
Oh god, she gave me more than one?
I don't recall exactly what it was. It's been a while.
That's awkward. I believe it was a stone, but that had a message in it, but I couldn't access the message. I couldn't figure out how it worked.
I don't recall that. She gave you a scroll with sending on it.
Yep.
Is that what you're meaning?
No. No, I was given another puzzle to puzzle over. Was it? I think it was from Belinda, wasn't it?
I don't think so. Are you talking about the note that you found in the cloak of the Black Assassin? Or I guess the Eye of the Empire?
Is that what it was?
Well, that was the one that none of us could read. We hadn't worked out how to make the text visible.
Oh.
Yeah.
Donda's
Donda's got something different. Yeah, he's got a magic rock.
Well, if the character doesn't remember giving it to me, then maybe it doesn't exist.
I remember, but I don't know what it does because you guys just gave it to you before she.
Are you 100% sure it was Belinda? Let me look back at my notes.
Pretty sure it was, but
Yep, Donda and Belinda were a thing.
girls don't usually give me stuff in this game, so
Okay, you know what? I think we might have to come back to this, if that's all right. I'll look back through my notes offline and we can chat about it because I have no memory of it and I don't have it written down in my notes. It's possible it was just something that I made up on the spot. And if you didn't add it to your inventory, then yeah, I just because I was just looking through your inventory as well. I don't see it there. Yeah.
all right, I'm
that's strange.
gonna go back to spooning the bear.
Okay.
Aren't you going to look at the stuff I gave you?
Oh, fine, all right. Yes. Casting ritual identify on the items.
Okay. You can lay the
Salvage.
items out on the floor of the room. Bearing in mind that it's probably mid-morning at this point. In order to complete the long rest, you would have to sort of push 6 to 8 hours. So the day's starting to begin. You would be hearing footsteps outside. Like a servant might pop in at one point and see you in here and just say, oh, I'm sorry, I'll leave you to rest. Here's feet of soldiers outside, the chattering of civilians as they're going about their day. You begin the ritual, pull out your pearl to focus your energy, and you focus on the magical items. So list out the items that you wish to identify. If you can remember.
What are the items I'm identifying?
So there was...
They're the items that others took.
Yeah. Okay. I'll list what I had. So there was the sword of the Dread General. There was the pouch of feathers from Marcel. There was the amulet from the Red Priest. There was the pipe taken from the tomb of one of Marius's ancestors. Those were the ones I believe that had... Yeah, so the armor... Yep, okay, the armor.
I think it was the elements of not being nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Didn't the Red Priest have a sickle or something like that? Or a scythe? Sickle?
Yes, she had a scythe, like a hand scythe, but it was not magical. Yes, a dread scythe. Unmagical though. Okay. Which one do you want to look at first, Dondon?
The amulet from the priestess.
Cool.
This isn't the one that I've previously identified, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's actually already in your character sheet, so you can read it if you like. You can read it out to the group.
Yeah.
It's the Medallion of Thoughts.
Oh, I thought you, out of session, told us what it was.
Yeah, I've made a custom item for it now, so you can expand it to read it in more detail. So I'll just so it's a Medallion of Thoughts, gives you the Detect Thought spell. It's got 5 charges. When you're wearing it, you can spend a charge to cast Detect Thoughts, which has a DC 13, and you get 1d4 charges back at dawn. It has an additional custom enchantment on this amulet called the the Anchor of Return. Once per day, the attuned wearer can use an action to invoke the medallion's latent magic. To do teleportation, you instantly teleport to the anchor point, arriving in the nearest unoccupied space. You do not need to know where the anchor point is, what it looks like, or even what direction it lies in. If the anchor point is warded against teleportation, located in another plane or otherwise inaccessible, the effect fails, and the daily use is not expended. So that's the medallion. And I believe you've already got that, and it looks like you're attuned to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I would strongly advise against using that teleportation.
Yeah. I would agree.
Alrighty, cool. Which one's next?
The sword?
Alright. You start casting the spell and focusing your magic on the sword itself. As you reach out to turn it over in your hands, you immediately get struck by this just icy, freezing feeling that almost makes your body go rigid and convulse slightly. This sword is ancient, like thousands of years old. The number of souls that it has taken, the amount of death, the amount of suffering just courses through your body in like an instant. You see generations of people dying and being brought back to life and dying throughout time. I will...
Wait, what? I see people being brought back to life.
I'll add the item to your character sheet, and you can read it out to the rest of the group as to what it does.
Sounds fun.
It's mildly terrifying. Dread's Hunger. Forged from black steel, streaked with faint crimson veins. Dread's Hunter hums with necrotic purpose. When you grip the hilt, its pulse quickens and your life essence seems to flow into the blade. 1+ bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapons. Soul Strike. When you hit a creature with this weapon, you extend up to 3 of your hit dice. For each hit dice expended, roll your hit die, the die you use to regain HP, blah blah blah, and add your Constitution modifier. The target takes the total as necrotic damage. You decide how many hit die to extend after you see the results of the attack roll, but before you deal damage. Aurora of the Dead. When you hit a creature with this weapon, you extend 4 hit die to release a wave of terror. Each creature of your choice within 30 feet must succeed in DC 15 saving throw or be frightened of you for 1 minute. A frightened creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. Raise the Fallen. When you reduce a humanoid to 0 hit points with this weapon, you can expend 4 hit dice to reanimate its corpse as a zombie under your control for 1 hour. You can control only one zombie created this way at a time. If you animate another, the previous one crumbles to dust. Undead Resonance. If you are undead, you can use these properties without expending a hit dice. Range of 5 feet.
I think you, while sort of taking this in, you instinctively drop it to the ground and it clatters. And you almost all hear kind of like a angry growl or screech into your minds as this happens.
Jesus. That's a sword I would destroy if I could.
Yeah. I am already hissing and backing up.
Okay. It is
Out of
Creed's
character,
turn.
that sword. Bonkers.
Is that a
burning
symbol
hit die to
of
do extra damage, or is it when you do burn a hit die? Is it the roll of the hit die that adds, or is it just the number of hit die?
It's the roll of the hit die, yeah, he posted it. So, for example, if you are a fighter, you'll deal more damage than if you are a mage.
Like, I know I roll like a d10 as a hit die as a ranger.
It's a trade-off, though, because it burns your hit dice that you cannot then use for short rests, so
Use this hit die.
limited usage. There you go, there's
Oh,
Dread's
it's
Hunger.
Marshall.
Mhm.
Oh,
Is
it's
there any?
It's a long
Any-
sword, essentially. Like, when you look at it, it's close to being a great sword. Like, it's massive and clearly intended to be worn over the shoulder. But, like, it's not quite a massive big hunk of steel like a great sword. It's more of a long sword. Probably best wielded with 2
Right.
hands, but functionally, like, mechanically, it's a long sword.
I just want to check. Is that all of the effect,
What do you mean?
or is there some that we don't know yet, or we might not?
That is the text on the magic item.
Because that shit is cursed. You know it. I know it. That shit. Is
Yeah. Let's just put that back in the bag of holding for now.
Can we have a
Just-
separate bag of holding for cursed items?
Riv,
We
it
need
says
to-
not
we need to buy
proficient.
one.
I'm reading. It says not proficient. Is that just because Kiwi Dondar rolled, put it in this text? Or?
Yeah.
It'll be a hit from his, yeah. If you, I'll stick into the bag of holding so you guys can all look at it. If I'll assume that's what Dondar did, and I'll just remove it from your character sheet, Dondar.
Uh-huh.
There you go. Alrighty.
Yeah,
Which one do we want to look at next?
Excuse me?
Let's go with the bag of feathers.
All
Bag
right.
of feathers.
Oh, feathers then, yep.
Feathers. Dondar, roll me 3 D100s as you pull out the
Ah,
3
shit.
feathers and place them on the ground in front of you.
Was that right?
One
That seemed like
second.
more than 3.
It's because
No, you're right.
yeah, a D100 you roll 2 D10s. Yeah. Okay, so what
Ah.
have we got? We got a 71, a 39, and a 79. Interesting. Very interesting.
The entrails never lie.
Re-roll the 79.
What does that mean?
Oh, sorry, just re-roll another D100.
Everyone make a dex saving throw.
Cool. Alrighty, perfect. So the first feather that you look at, let me just pull these guys open. I'll read that out to you. So this is a 71. So it's a tiny object that looks like a feather. You must be outdoors when you use this token, and it is a consumable one-time use. You can use an action to touch it to an unoccupied space on the ground. The token disappears, and in its place, a non-magical oak tree springs into existence. The tree is 60 feet tall and has a 5-foot diameter trunk, and its branches spread out from the top in a 20-foot radius. That is a Qual's feather token of tree. The second one was a 39, so that is a fan. If you are on board a ship, you can use an action to toss the token up 10 feet into the air. The token disappears and a giant flapping fan takes its place. The fan floats and creates strong winds, enough to fill the sails of one ship, increasing its speed by 5 miles per hour for 8 hours. And you can disappear the fan as an action. And then the last one was an anchor. You can use the action to touch the... What's that?
Oh, so if you're getting chased, you can force the other ship to sail away.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah. The last one is you can use it to touch a boat or a ship for the next 24 hours. The vessel cannot be moved by any means. Touching the token to the vessel again ends the effect. When the effect ends, the token disappears. So that was a Qual's feather token of anchor. I'll drop these into the bag of holding for you guys as well. So which one did we say? We said anchor, fan, and tree. Mildly unfortunate rolls, to be honest, guys. Sorry about that. There are a couple of other pretty cool things that it could have been, but anyway, that's all good. That's what happens. All right. Last one. What's the last one?
Is that the dread scythe, or is it the plate?
Amulet, sword, feathers. Oh, the pipe.
Oh, the pipe.
Yeah, I'll just chuck this into your bag if you like, Berberus, and you can read it out to the people. Super powerful. There you go, you should see it now.
Bring up the for the pipe of smoke monsters. While smoking this pipe, you can take a magic action to exhale a puff of smoke that takes the form of a creature, such as a dragon, a flump, or a slard. The form must be small enough to fit in a 1-foot cube and loses its shape after a few seconds, becoming an ordinary puff of smoke. So it's basically a smoke shape illusion.
Gandalf's pipe or something, yeah.
It's kind of cool. I was like, it's Gandalf's pipe.
Cool.
Yeah, sure, why not? Kind of already doing that with the owl anyway, so fancy pipe.
And then I think the last bit was the armor. So the deconstructed plates of armor that Kai had collected. I think probably bundle them up as a stack of disconnected pieces now. The identify spell doesn't pick up any particular magical enchantments on it, but you do just get this, like, similar to the sword, like an overwhelming sense of dread and evil. This armor has been around for a long time and has seen a lot of death and has taken many souls, and the effect of that, the effect of the bloodshed and the death, has almost imprinted itself upon the armor.
Ew.
Does Dunda get a sense of what the armor is made of?
Yeah, it's like, it's steel. It's not like any particularly special type of armor. Like, functionally, if you were to keep it and use it, it would have been just standard steel plate armor.
Alright, cool.
But yeah, very clearly, very, like, evil. it's had a long,
Steeped in blood.
dark history. Yeah.
Yeah, steeped in blood. Hundreds of thousands of people.
What about the scythes from the priestess? Are they just scythes?
Yeah, just a
You can identify that if you want.
normal scythe.
Cool.
And totally cursed.
Is there a volcano we can drop it in?
I think we need a priest. We need a lot of priests.
We
The
have
gang goes on
priests.
an adventure.
Just to clarify why that shit is broken, because you can expend your hit die and it uses your hit die. If you crit with that sword, you can spend up to 3 of your hit die, which as a fighter is a d12, which means you would be rolling 6 d12 extra damage if you decided to burn it, plus your con mod doubled.
Similar to Paladin Smite.
Crit with it. On top of the sword's ordinary damage, which is a +1 sword. Yeah, it's basically evil smite. That's super evil smite.
Yeah. Evil Smite with like
level up for a
limited
low level
resource.
goblin.
Yeah.
So a ranger rolls a 10, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you keen? Are you keen,
No.
Rio? To like
No.
this
That's
sword?
totally not good. Come on. What could go wrong?
Ray's too young and dumb to know any better.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
the whole
man.
point.
You can dual wield, right?
I could.
I mean, Mouth can. He can have his sword of light in one hand and sword of dark in the other. It'd be totally hygienical.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Erendor should do it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, go right ahead. I open the bag of holding. Be my guest.
Fuck no. That thing gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Alright, how did we sleep last night?
I was cuddling a bear, so I was happy. How did you sleep?
I didn't really sleep. I just meditated underneath the window under moonlight and thanked my goddess for keeping me alive. But yeah, I'm alright. I look to Rio. How are you doing, buddy? Do I still see those 5 arrows sticking out of his chest?
Oh, no, I got them out just before I fell asleep.
And there would have
know,
ban a few
at some
soldiers
stage, I
who'd,
could
like come over to your area when you're sleeping and just like checked on you if you're okay. And imagine you gave them a glare and they quickly left you to your time.
Oh, yeah, I just leaned against the wall and passed out.
Yeah.
Ray was done.
Well, as I'm donning back my repaired armor, I offer Rio, if you want those arrow holes patched up at some time, I can patch them up for you for free.
Yeah, this thing might have been turned into a pincushion the last couple of days, it feels like.
You're quite the porcupine.
I'm supposed to make them the pincushion, not become the pincushion.
So, what are we up to today?
To defeat your enemy, you must understand your enemy.
Kimosabi.
Alrighty, cool. So, if we're happy here, just double checking I didn't forget anything that you'd taken. Did you take body parts from the general as well, or was that the head that you just took with you?
I think
It's just a head we threw it out the front.
Yeah.
We
Tossed it
tossed
down
the
the
head, and we
Okay.
took the head of the priestess. What's her name?
Yeah.
The dragon tattoo.
Wait.
Yeah, we did.
Took her head.
Yeah, I put it in the bag of holding.
And we've also got copies of her tattoos.
Yeah, her
Correct.
back skin. I was gonna ask if you wanted to skin her. You could have skinned her back if you wanted to.
Hey,
Jesus.
you guys are freaks.
But we did roll
Hey.
in that 20 from the...
Sorry, my
The
character
copy.
to yours. You're a freak.
The
Yeah,
sketching
my
is a pretty
character
good
pretty messed up.
representation.
Yeah, I'm
If
good
I
with
recall.
sketching.
Also
Yeah,
it's pretty
I'll
good.
need to make another copy later on
Yeah,
today.
maybe between visiting the morning while identification's happening or visiting whatever. At some point today, we'll get a couple of copies of that tattoo, just so we've got multiple.
Okay, cool.
All right, yeah, no worries. I'll work on it when I got some free time.
Excellent. All right. Is there anything you wanted to do today in particular?
We need to see the king
Mhm.
and see what his plan is. Yeah, I think that first, because I still need to go check on the blacksmith for my chain weapon
Mhm.
that she's been working on.
We
Okay.
didn't figure out how he got taken yet, did we?
Yeah,
They
we
came
did. Freaking
tunnel snuck in because
General.
yeah, Valoran was all over this place because he was the general here for a long time. He was the commander.
Yeah,
Oh,
him
that's
and
right.
his merry men, like dressed up as us, not us, but like as in rebel armor, and they infiltrated and they extracted him.
Hmm.
And then they hightailed through the tunnel, collapsed the tunnel, and we only just barely missed them.
All right. Cool. So, let's say as you come out into the morning, popping out into the corridor now, you can see now many more people have started to come through. There's people sort of rushing to and fro, preparing food. Just maybe there are new groups of civilians that are coming in that are people trying to usher through to find lodgings for them. Plenty more soldiers around this time of the day, and as you come out, one of them just steps over, same one that you were speaking to last night, and nods and says, "Good morning. It's good to see you up and about. When you're ready, the king did request to see you upstairs in the council chambers, if that's all right."
Cool. I grab a piece of fruit and I'm ready to go. I start munching apple or something.
Yeah. All right. You can head up the steps this time from the sort of main landing area, and the guard leads you back deeper into the keep until eventually a set of double doors, slightly larger than the typical ones that you've seen so far. That he sort of pokes his head in, and then just nods to you, holds the door open, and you can enter, and you can see this is a long room, big row of windows along the side that look down out across the city. And from this view, you can see now as the clouds and the storm have started to part a little bit. The city in sort of varying states of ruin. You can see patches of smoke burning here and there. In the kind of tents and just general wear and tear of many weeks or months of occupation. But inside the room, there is a very long table. There are boards with sort of notes and sketches that are pinned up. And yeah, at the head of the table, you see Marius. To his right, there is a woman, kind of youngish looking, maybe late 20s, early 30s, just wearing nice but not ostentatious sort of black, sort of black clothing with a simple cloak. And to his left, you can see the same captain that was. You would have seen him on one of the earlier nights, Captain Erendir, current commander of the Loyalists. Barrack Stormrider is also here, a little bit further down the road, down the table. He nods to you as you enter, and plus a bunch of other people. You can see a few sort of noble-looking lords and ladies, a few other more soldiery, military-looking people, and Marius himself at the head of the table, just looking haggard and exhausted, dark bags under his eyes, almost slumping. But as you enter, his eyes snap to attention, and looks at you sort of appreciatively and seems to brighten a little bit as you come in. And he stands a bit and just gestures. My friends, please come in. We've been discussing much this morning, but we didn't wish to wake you until you were fully rested. Please come. And he sort of gestures for you to come closer.
Wonder or not?
Yep.
We've been discussing the next best steps. This is most of my sort of closest council members. I believe you know Barrack already and Captain Erendare. This is Ayana Wynn, my closest advisor. She's been with me since the beginning of this. In fact, she sort of just smiles coyly. And she says, "You don't have to tell everyone about this." Well, I think credit is deserved where credit is due, right? She was roughly the one who convinced me to even begin this whole thing in the first place. She saw a weakening in the forces and advised me and convinced me and had really helped me to strike when the time was right. And I think it's, for the most part, got us where we are today. And so I lean on her knowledge extensively. She just nods.
Insight check.
Okay, who are you insight checking?
Is her name Ilana?
Ayana, Ayana.
Ayana. Okay.
Ayana.
I want to see if she loves the king. If they're a thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, roll an insight check.
God. Nope. I don't know.
Yeah, she from what you can tell, she seems completely pleasant and completely comfortable and happy with Marius. No other weird particular feelings or emotions stand out. All right, well, I guess to the business at hand. Before we made any firm or solid decisions, I suggested, and Barrack agreed with me here, and you see Barrack nods again, that we would be foolish not to bring you into the fold and at least hear from you guys, as you've now had your share of experience in the city and have in fact been deep into their territory, and so you may be best to actually give us some clear insight and maybe some fresh eyes. So we have been discussing how best to take our next step. Personally, I feel that we're in a strong position now to potentially end this once and for all. Their leadership has been destroyed. The remaining captains may have a power struggle to even see who will take up the mantle of the next commander. And while this is happening, morale will sure to be low. And so the decision must be made. How do we go about this? One thing that is considered...
I have an idea.
Please, go ahead.
I have magical means to write in the sky. If you want to intimidate the enemy, we could write in the sky something like, "General is dead. Submit or die," or whatever you want me to say right into the sky to announce this to the world.
Yeah, he nods. I like the idea, yeah. If there are any stragglers that haven't quite heard the word yet, it would do wonders to at least attempt to help demoralize them, for sure. Let's add that to the arsenal. We've been tossing up... Berberus, please.
So I'm soldiers gossip. I think after the little scuffle last night, anyone out there in that camp that doesn't know he's dead by now is either deaf, blind, or stupid. So
nah, I had assumed the same, but more intimidation and more messaging of the such that Kai suggests can only be beneficial. If it even just breaks a few % of their forces, that will lend itself to our favor. So here's what we could do. We can marshal our forces, make a proclamation that they are to stand down, surrender their weapons, and we will be lenient and allow them to leave, or even take some of them in if they wish to dissent from the Empire. Here's the thing, though. My soldiers have informed me from this morning that much of the Imperial forces have been seen lining up and enforcing their side of the river. It seems as if they had big plans for today. Plans that yourselves may have disrupted. With them all in one place like that, it potentially lends us to some alternatives. Is now the time to strike? We could forge open war against them and try to crush their forces now that we have them all in one place. Some of the other sort of lords or nobles down the edge of the table are kind of nodding in agreement at this point, and one of them sort of raise their hand and say, yeah, I do think this is probably the wisest choice. Why don't we just end it once and for all? Our men are strong. We know the city well. Another one, a woman across the table from him says, yes, but it is a bottleneck across the bridge. It doesn't really matter how many forces you've got. At that choke point, the soldiers will just be crushing against each other, and many will fall just to archers, surely, from either side. Marius raises his hand.
I'll speak up, and the First Lord. Wonderful, my lord. I assume you'll be at the forefront of the charge, leading the men? First into the fray and all?
Of course, undoubtedly. He coughs and
Wonderful.
Covers his embarrassment a little bit. Marius just chuckles a little bit at this. It's friends, it's fine. It's fine. We're just here to try and figure out the best way to get through this.
Even with their leadership shattered, aren't we still outnumbered?
From our last estimates, they have in the order of a few thousand soldiers, potentially close to 3 or 4. This is close to ours, and this has been the heart of the matter for the last few weeks. We've been at a stalemate because our forces have been roughly equal and stuck as we have been on each side of the river. Any serious incursions would potentially lead to loss of forces and could swing the tides, unfortunately, one way or the other. Saying that, though, as you'll recall from last night, the Empire did commit many soldiers to their little trick down on the bridge, and so it's possible that we actually have the edge on them now. However, that said, what Lady Alira said does have some merit. The bridge is a choke point, and many of our forces would be lost unnecessarily. If there were a way to transport our soldiers across the river further down or upstream, potentially out of sight from the Empire, even if it's a few hundred, maybe several hundred soldiers of ours striking at them from both sides, it would split their forces, and we could potentially crush their morale even further than it already is and attack them from all sides. The question then becomes, though, how would we do that? How would we get our soldiers across the river unseen?
We have the tunnel we went through last night,
I'm sure
Indeed.
that'll be guarded.
but they were expecting.
Well, only if anyone left alive still knows about it.
Or if they've even had leadership ready to reinforce it. If, for all we know, they've been in complete shambles trying to even figure out what on earth is going on. It's worth a look.
When was the last time we tried to talk with them? An emissary.
Oh,
Didn't know the state of the leadership before we tried to break them, one way or another.
There was no conversing to be had with that man.
But he's dead now.
He's dead.
That
Times
man.
have changed.
He is.
Or is
Perhaps
he?
before we commit more bodies to the fray, more blood to the river, we should see if there's a word to be had. And if that fails, we'll force them to talk.
Yeah, maybe you craft a message. Decide on a message and I'll skywrite. See what happens.
Well, we could just go with the old-fashioned ways. White flag on a stick.
We're not.
Even the dumbest soldier knows what that is. A white flag doesn't mean surrender. A white flag is a symbol to parley.
Okay. It is a possibility. It is a possibility that this lack of morale and change of leadership has made the landscape different. Okay. Let's get word to them. Let's meet tonight at sunset on the bridge. no weapons, and we'll have a conversation. Kai, do you think
You
that
don't mind?
this would be something you would be able to set up? Would probably be the easiest
Me, I suppose.
with the
Feels
skywriting
like-
that you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What do you want me to say? You want me to say, Red General has been slain. Parley at sunset or something.
Something to that effect sounds perfect. Thank you.
Okay, I scribbled that down on a piece of parchment. Yeah, get them to adjust it to the way they want it to be, and I'll get that projected into the sky. So I stand outside and I start to ritual cast Skywrite.
Okay, you got to do that now, do you?
I can. Oh, might as well. It's already
Yep.
midday, right? Sun is
Yeah,
the
it's-
highest.
Pushing middayish, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I start that now.
cool. Yeah, as Kai heads out of the room, Maris just sort of looks thoughtfully. Okay, and if this goes wrong, we should have a backup plan. I don't like to leave us exposed in the open like this if things fall through, and we should be looking to try and finish this as soon as possible. Any more time that we let them rally and establish their leadership will just mean more conflict and lasting conflict. So we should be looking to end this now, tonight.
So, do you want to parlay with the new leadership, or do you want to kill the supposed new leadership?
We start with parlay, and if it falls through, then we go to plan B. Your names, Beric mentioned you go by the Bloody Nails. I do appreciate the name. The history of the nail has reached our ears up here. It's clever. The Nails, would you be willing to today look into ways that we could try to get in behind their armies, try and get some of our soldiers across potentially, get preparations in place to give us a more advantageous position in the case of Parley going south?
I am sure we can manage that.
Excellent. All right. With that, I need to sleep. If you will all excuse me, I'm sorry. If I am to be conversing with them tonight, I need to get a few hours of sleep eye under me. So
I was about to say it looks like he hasn't. I was about to ask the advisor, has he slept since he got back?
Captain Arendord shakes his head, and Ayana just sort of nods with a concerned look on her face. She stands, and with Maris, she will just place a hand on his shoulder, and help him to start escorting. And he nods to the rest of the group. Thank you for attending. We'll get through this, and as always, myself and all of my subjects deeply appreciate support. This will finish sometime soon. I promise. And he heads out of the room. The rest of the advisors and the rest of the council also start to stand, and a little bit of idle chatter. One of them comes over to you and starts attempting to discuss some of the nuances of some great ideas he's got for what you could do with the city, but you kind of quickly notice that he's a noble. he's good for providing wealth and money and soldiers, but maybe not the best military mind. And the room starts to disperse. Barrett comes over, chucks out a big hand to Rio, you standing at the front there, gives a shake and just says, "Once again, eh? The bloody nails pulling through. Unbelievable." Well, God, you saved old Noran's ass back there. He's got to be owing you guys a big debt.
Yeah, I just grab it, Holt put my hand over where a couple of those arrows were. I go, yeah, yes, that was fun.
As always.
Fun.
Well, hey, I do seem to recall a time when you completely blew up a ship with a keg of gunpowder, and I myself managed to get a hole in one of my arms from a bit of shrapnel, so it seems like you guys are well used to getting filled with holes. Yeah.
Speaking
I'm
of
not sure
gunpowder,
that's a
where's your
good
man?
thing.
What was that?
Yeah, one of you will have to go.
Turned off.
Rio?
I'm not sure it's a good thing you're used to getting filled with holes as much as we are.
Keeps you quick on your toes, eh? Who wants a quiet life? Well, is there anything I can do to help you today? Do you need introductions to anyone? I was gonna head back down to the crew and get them ready for potential conflict tonight.
I'm sure we've scouted all ways across the river in the many weeks this siege has been going on. Just a random thought. Is the river frozen or is it still liquid?
River is liquid, yeah.
Liquid. How wide is the river? And how long is a ship?
The river is about 100 feet wide.
So not that wide. That's only like 30 meters. How long is a ship?
Depends which type of ship.
Is it a ship that we have available to get into the river?
Yeah. The Albatross was a bit over 100 feet long.
Sacrifice the albatross as a bridge.
Well, really, 30 meters, like a ship would be like filling the entire river, wouldn't it?
Ship could fit, yeah. You'd have to barrack. I assume you're saying this to Barrack, right?
Yeah, I'm talking to Barrack, thinking out loud.
Barrack's sort of scratching his head. It's an interesting idea. You'd have to sail it up through the shore. The gate wasn't really
Where's
Can you
the
even
dock?
get to the city via the river? Is another question.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's some sort of river gate or sea gate to stop big boats just walking in freely.
indeed. The gate here at Velnoran was not really intended to allow such large ships to enter. Smaller sort of merchant boats, sure. Fishing boats, sure. But ships the size of
there
the
any big
Albatross would
barges?
struggle.
Big barges in
Unless...
the dock?
At this, his eyes sort of start to look up and he gets a devilish smile across his face. We could blow up the gate.
Oh lord.
Use
It
the
wouldn't
cannons
exactly
You're
on the
spending
ship.
too much time with us.
It wouldn't be exactly
I
quiet,
mean, he introduced us to the powder.
but it would let my ship through.
And the ship could act as a makeshift bridge.
Absolutely could.
And you can man the cannons and broadside the ship against the enemy soldiers.
Oh, I'm liking the sound of this. Although if my ship gets damaged and destroyed, I'll be looking to you guys. I kid. Maybe we should go and have a look at that gate.
Something the king owes us?
The king owes us, right?
Exactly. Do like that ship though.
I'm sure we could find. Surely there's a big barge or something we could use as a if needed.
The problem is most of the docks are currently under the control of the Empire. Although if they put all of their forces inside the walls now, they might be at a skeleton crew down there. Navigating the barge up through the sea ice could be difficult, but I could probably manage it. We'd have to find a balance of a big enough barge that could fit, that is also large enough to ferry people across in any reasonable numbers. Could work though.
I'm not thinking a ferry. I'm thinking turn it sideways. Pontoon, if that word exists in the medieval thing.
Yeah, finding a barge that large.
It's only 30 meters across.
30
10
meters is quite
meters.
big for a ship. But we can potentially find a couple and try and lash them together. That could also work. I'll go and chat with Ari.
Have a think about it.
Yeah. We might be able to suss something out there. She could probably navigate one and myself the other. Would have to make sure that we have enough crew to man the oars as we would be heading upstream. It's possible though. The barge would have to find them, make sure they're low enough to be able to fit through the sea gate. Okay. A few possibilities.
Or
here.
you could bolt out below the gate and bring the ship in.
I think there's a couple of things we need to check. We need to check that gate to see what it might take to bring it down. Potentially there would be a way we could do it more quietly. That sounds like precisely the sort of thing that you guys would be good at doing. I'll chat with Ari, see if she can recall there being any barges down there in the dock. And then we'll
Destroying the
have to
gates make the city supremely vulnerable to any other ships.
Who's
it
gonna
would,
sail up
but-
here, Donda?
But at this point, we have the enemy within our walls already, so let's focus on the first problem, I guess. We can always rebuild later.
As you wish.
All right.
Just an option.
Mhm.
It's trying to make bridges out of ice.
And it does. It
I
does.
can do that.
Only very small ones. Very slowly.
That's true.
I think we'd probably want to do it at nighttime, where it's less visible. We can wait for the parlay to go through,
Just see.
see what happens.
With luck, reason will take over, but who knows? They're unreasonable times.
Indeed. All right. I'm going to go and find Ari. Should we aim to rendezvous in a few hours down at the garrison?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Good luck, and I'll see you soon. And with that, Barrack heads out. Leaving you guys
So
alone.
you see in the sky. You
Yeah.
see in the sky. It says Red General decapitated. Parlay at sunset.
Nice. Perfect. All right. Was there anything else on the agenda that you guys wanted to do today? I think, Kai, you wanted to go to Blacksmith?
I want to see Heldar.
Yeah.
My chain weapon. I don't know what else other people do.
Go see the cannon bloke who I left the gunpowder with.
For he was going to start making arrows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Anyone else want to go shop in quickly?
You're in the iron sight.
What?
Okay. All right. We head down to the city. The day is not snowing anymore. Yeah. Let me turn this off. And I don't have a daytime image, so you just have to imagine that this image is daytime. All good. You can head down to the Ashen Forge, where you had visited a day or so earlier, and you had requested Helder to work on a chain whip-like weapon for you, which has a sickle head.
No, it's just a blunt. It's like a ball, like a hollow-ish ball that I could put like incense or something in it. So it wasn't pointy, just like a ball attached to a chain.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so that would have been a day before she would have started working on it. You come in and she is actually currently midway, appearing to be putting the final touches on it. You can see this nice coiled strand of chain that's bundled up. You can see the sort of in places along the chain, there are these nice sort of leather guards wrapped around the chain links themselves. Excellent for sort of grabbing different parts of it without, damaging or hurting your hands.
Hurting my hands?
Yeah. Further on down the chain, she's sort of put these embellishing like little spikes that point out lower down, just in case you wanted to like wrap it around someone and slice into their neck or limbs. And at the end of it, there is a pretty nicely polished looking piece of like old wood that she has fashioned into this like weighty, heavy looking I guess massive club ball on the end of a chain, and it's got this band of steel around it to hold it together. It's all nicely embellished. It's got a little bit of steel filigree in it that seems to kind of shine in the light as she's sort of turning it in the forge, putting on the final touches. She sees you come in, and this you see Helda. She's this dwarf. And yeah, I think she explains to you that the filigree is renite steel that she has on hand, taken from the mountains nearby. Renite steel, I mentioned before, known for its particularly like strong properties. And yeah.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is quite beautiful. For something that in theory is like should be just a chunk of wood on the end of a chain, it's constructed so nicely that it actually looks almost kind of beautiful. The chain itself also is sort of embellished in a similar sort of way, like inlaid with more sort of renite steel to enforce the chain itself. Yeah. So statistically, if you want to add to your sheet, it will it will have the properties of a whip, but instead of requiring dex
Slashing.
being a slashing weapon, it will be strength with bludgeoning damage.
Oh, but my strength is really shit.
Would you prefer it to be dex? Because we can just make it dex if you want.
Yeah, because I want to be like swinging it around.
Okay. No, that's fine. I thought
It's not like super. It's not super heavy. Like just light enough to do light bludgeoning damage, so it does the same damage as a whip.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I thought the intention was to make it a strength-based weapon, but yeah, because I'd forgotten that you had changed your stats around. Yeah, cool. No, dex is good. So you can essentially just chuck a whip on, and that'll essentially do it for you, I guess. And then if you want to just modify the weapon, you can make it do bludgeoning instead.
All right. How much do I owe for this? Wait, I remember paying for this, I think.
I don't think you paid up front.
Did I? I thought I put down a down
Hmm.
or did I not? I don't remember. Anyway,
I don't recall as well. That's all good. It will be more expensive than a normal whip.
Oh yeah, because of the materials. Yeah, you can up.
Yeah, it'll probably be
How
more,
much do I owe?
like closer to 50 gold, I think. Just because of all of the inlaid renite steel and the sort of custom creation of the weapon itself, allowing it to
I
both,
see that.
yeah, allowing it to be
I
both
open out my
flexible
gold
to
pouch
walk
and
around
I
yeah.
pull out 50 gold and lay it on the table. And as I do that, I take out of the bag of holding one of the gauntlets from the Red General to see if she could make a shield out of this type of material once I purify it. I explained to her that I want to purify this material.
She kind of like cocks her head a little bit and looks at it. Reaches out to touch it, to inspect it a bit closer. She grabs her hammer ready to start tapping away at it. As soon as she picks it up, she immediately drops it and it just clatters to the ground. And she kind of holds up her hand and she's, "What in the blazes is that? I don't want anything to do with that. That armor is evil."
Yeah, it came from General Blackmarsh, kind of decapitated him last night and took his armor. I plan to
I'm sorry,
purify
what? You did what?
our party decapitated General Blackmarsh.
The General Blackmarsh?
Yeah, I point out the window and point out to the sky, right?
She looks out. Roll a persuasion check, Kai.
Are you on your own, Kai, or are we all there?
I don't know. Did you come with me to the thing?
And you can roll with persuasion as well because of the skywriting. If you like. Oh, sorry. Roll with advantage because of the skywriting.
I'll just roll.
Cool. All right. 17's good. Unfucking believable. That man has been slaughtering us. I lost some of my family when they invaded. She comes over to you and like kind of grabs you by the chest, and you almost feel like she's about to, I don't know, like toss you or something, but instead she just like immediately goes to, you know, where your satchel was, where you had the gold, and she dumps all the gold that you just gave her back into the pouch, and she says, "You don't pay for anything today." My gods. That weapon, if it continues to allow you to fight back the Empire like that, then by all means, you take it.
No, I put the gold back to her. I insist. You need to rebuild. Gone through a lot already.
She looks down at the gold in her hands, and you see some tears start to well up in her eyes. Noticing this, you're kind of embarrassed. The big, strong, burly, smithy dwarf turns away and heads back to the counter, and you see her.
I wipe the ashy tear away from her eye with my thumb.
Oh my god.
All right. Okay. Well.
I'll come back once the armor is purified. Just come see.
Okay, sure. I thank you again.
You're welcome. I hope you find some peace knowing that the general is now there.
I hope this means this nightmare is coming to an end.
And I, so too. I'll see you soon.
All right. You see she just kind of like heads back into a room behind the smithy. Have a bit of time. Okay. Would you like? How about you chuck a whip on your character sheet for now, and I'll make a custom item for you if you like.
Oh yeah, no, I've got a whip. Just
you got a
editing
sword?
it. Yeah,
Sweet.
I've got a sword. I just wrote metal chain with wood ball.
Yeah.
Worth 50 gold.
Yeah. All good. Have a look at the mastery properties as well if you want.
I have no mastery.
I guess it's in theory it's probably good to just know anyway. If you like, you can switch out the whip, which does slow. You can switch it for the topper one because it's sort of like a bludgeoning weapon. If you wanted to do that.
I have my character has no mastery, so it doesn't really matter. I just want it as a weapon for each. That's
yeah. I mean, in theory, maybe you take a feat or something at some point. So just something to bear in mind for the future. But all good.
all right. Yeah, I'll keep my mind.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
All right. So next up was the Jorund. Can you roll for me, Rio? 2 d20s. 2 d20s.
Yes.
Nice. Double 12s. That's good. That's fine. I think when you see Jorund, he says to you that they are... he didn't quite blow himself up. He kept them mostly under control as he was tinkering a bit. So you can add 2 smoke powder arrows. These ones are stable, so they won't have any randomness, and they are an extra 2d6 fire and force damage.
So the same one I've left in my inventory.
Possibly. Is that what that one says?
Well, 46 fire and force damage with a 10-second fuse. That's what I handwrote.
These ones will be 2d6 because the roll wasn't quite as high.
Oh, they're two. All right.
2d6, but they're stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was stable as well.
Yeah, I think you rolled super high or something on one of them. It was a DC 20 for 46. All right. So, I guess for the rest of the day, there are a few things we can look at doing. Did you guys want to go and look at the gate, or potentially go and investigate the docks, or anything else?
Okay, that's all.
If you guys are going down to the gate, I would like to go to the temple, teach the clerics some magic.
Okay. By temple, do you mean the St. Eveline's, where all the injured people
Yeah, yes, yeah, Saint Ev.
are? And did you say teach the clerics some magic?
Some ways to use cantrips.
Yeah. Okay. So you see Ilaris is still here, doing her thing, taking care of a few people. There are a couple of other sort of local priests who work here. You meet one of them, Brother Callum, older sort of man, pretty wary looking, extremely selfless, and has spent most of his energy, his entire life, on helping people. And you can see that the toll is finally starting to catch up with him. And then there's a younger dwarven woman called Dara Ironleaf, who's more on the, I guess you could say, like, herbalistic side. She's more druidic, but found a place here as well, helping the people getting their injuries healed. She spends a bit of time out in the garden growing medicinal plants and stuff like that she can use within the temple. So yeah, you can spend a bit of time with them and help them heal some people.
Yeah, I just want to show them how to use prestidigitation, if they have it, or if they can learn it, to clean bandages,
Yeah.
magically clean, and
The-
shape water.
Okay. The woman Dara she's a druid. She can do druid crafty stuff, but she is not that skilled at magic. Brother Callum gives it a try. He's got some clerical abilities. Why don't we actually wait? Prestidigitation's a wizard spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unlikely you'll be able to teach that to him, to be completely honest. But you know what? Let's give it a try. Why don't you just roll something? Let's see what happens. Roll a
I get him to roll something.
roll an arcana, and I'll roll something for him as well.
Oh yeah,
You will be
I love
excommunicated from the magic circle.
Oh,
Okay, so if he can beat you on an arcana, then I think he's gonna learn it. He's got a -2 to arcana. So there we go.
can I guide him with Selena? Can I give him guidance? Godly magic.
Sure. Okay, fine. Why not? Okay, here's that, and then here is the guidance. Oh, I think you might be able to luck. Oh, it's a good guidance though. But unfortunately, no. I mean, he tries, and
Unlucky.
he spent his whole life in the service of Torgar, so his mind is with healing and strengthening people and warding people. Being able to use sort of arcane trickery is not up his alley, but he appreciates the time spent with you, and has a good time. It almost seems to invigorate his energy a bit, spending some time with such a young fellow.
So yeah, I spend the afternoon cleaning bandages and helping people heal.
Yeah. Okay. All good. So did we? Yeah. So what else was? I think, Berberus, you said you were saying before you wanted to do something.
Oh no, I'll just head down to the docks and combination of owl scouting and ice scouting, and not docks, but the gate / docks because I'm sure they will be near each other, being both water adjacent.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So down towards the river gate. The gate itself is nearly wide enough to cover the full passage of the river. It looks like the sort of thing where the sort of portcullis, I guess you'd say, can be raised and lowered. And if it was raised, then two sort of smaller ships or boats would pretty easily pass each other either side. Unfortunately, however, though, it's not super tall, like tall enough for a sort of medium-sized ship to pass through, but a massive ship like the Albatross, its sails and its masts would be too tall to fit underneath it. But that said, though, kind of looking up, in theory, if you could sort of like the wall, there's a walkway over top of the gate where it's arched underneath it, and the portcullis sort of slides up the side of the walkway itself. Potentially, looks like if you had enough explosive maybe, or some other way to try and break through the top of the archway on either side, then maybe it would make it collapse. So like, I'm imagining this, right? If the river's like this, you've got your big archway here, and the wall sort of carries on like this. So if you could try and break here and here, then this whole area here would crumble down and potentially just give you enough space to for the mast to come through.
The other alternative, as opposed to bringing in one big ship and turning it sideways, is there lots of little boats? I would assume so, being fishing stuff.
Yeah. So the moor breakers themselves, and you could probably go and chat to Barrick about this a bit more and find out what's going on. He would have told you that the fleet of the moor breakers is not docked at the main docks. They went wide around Valnoran and docked like further up north the coast, so that they wouldn't be seen when they came to the city. And their ships would also be safe from Imperial control. So that docked like deep within a cove, like further up around the coast. All of these ships are massive galleons, essentially. So they wouldn't have any up there. But potentially down at the docks, there might be some smaller ones. So, yeah.
Have you ever seen like a boat pontoon?
A boat pontoon?
Trying to find some good images.
So like it looks like a big long flat sort of a thing?
It's basically you get a heap of little boats, line them up next to each other, and then run a big flat platform over the top of them.
Okay.
And then drive tanks over the top of that.
Yeah, yep. Actually, right.
Has it come to that? Drive our siege engine across.
You put that much weight on Dondar.
Once so fine.
I guess if you put Dondar on a cart, it becomes a tank, right?
Think of all that dwarfs on elks we could transport over the river.
I just dropped in general another option, way of doing it, as opposed to one big boat would be very dramatic, but lots of little boats, and then just throwing a platform over the top, because 30 meters isn't that far.
Yeah.
We're doing a Dunkirk.
Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah, so you'd potentially have to like construct a big long boardwalk or something that you could rapidly toss across. Yeah.
If it's too difficult to bring a big boat in, is there lots of little boats in the river on our side that we could repurpose? Just depends on the resources available.
Yeah, we need lumber.
Let me ponder that.
A lot of lumber.
Would there be lots of little boats? I think there probably, if there were any, I doubt there would be enough, at least like already docked on the river itself, because people have probably already tried in the past to use the boats to sail back and forth. And either the Empire or the Loyalists have sort of shut that down by either destroying the boats to stop it from happening or by sending them out of the river. But there would be plenty down at the docks. There would be merchant vessels and fishermen ships that had just happened to be docked when the Empire attacked. And when the Empire took control of the docks, they would all be there. They would be locked in. Plus, those little fishing boats aren't escaping across the frozen ice and the treacherous waters surrounding the Frostway anytime soon. So there are probably plenty down there at the docks that you could grab.
I imagine I'm here having a chat with Barak, because
Yep.
he's probably looking at the same ideal.
Yeah.
So if we can seize control of the gatehouse, what do you think? You can go one big boat, which is quick and dirty, or lots of little boats, which is not as quick, but probably safer.
I think the little boat option might just do the trick. Two group strike team. One takes the gate. One takes the boats. I'm sure Ari and I can get through a few sailors together. Bring the boats up through. We get some of Marius's men to start working on the gangplanks. I could do it.
3-man team, because we'll need someone to slam the bridge down. Or not 3-man, three team.
3 group. Yeah.
We want the bridge bits ready to go. Drop them immediately.
Yeah. We'll get Marius. See if he's got some men, some lumber available to start working on. Even if we have to, we can start tearing some of the lumber from the nearby buildings that are not occupied or already damaged.
Got the floors in there are already pre-milled, ready,
Exactly.
pre-made, ready to go. Saw them out, drop them straight on.
It sounds like we better get to work.
I'll get the bird up scouting boat numbers and gatehouse defences.
Yeah. He looks over his shoulder and just calls out, Ari, come over here. And you see Ari, half orc, still as like fierce looking as ever, with a sort of punky sort of haircut. She's the one with the shaved on one side of her head and the other sort of longer draping over the side. Very small little tusks poking up from her lower mouth. She comes over and Barrack sort of explains the plan. You see she starts to smile wider. Gives Barrack a clap on the shoulder. Hey, it's a good plan. All right, let's go and get some of our group together. We got some boats to sail and some boats to steal. Should we... I guess we probably get about doing this now and get them in position for the evening? Barrack sort of nods, looks to you. You're thinking evening?
Well, with luck, the talks will come through, but like I said, that's sane talk, and these are not sane times. So,
All right, let's get to it then. I'll get a runner up to the keep, see if they can start getting some of their men together to prepare the boards.
grab the dwarf. He's pretty handy when it comes to moving things around like that pretty quickly.
All right.
What dwarf?
And I'll get the bird scouting out. Who controls the waterway? Because the bridges, the waterways are. Who controls the river gatehouse? Because the river is no man's land.
Typically, the Empire have been patrolling the walls and keeping the gatehouse. It's been locked down, I guess, since they got here. But who knows how many forces they've still got patrolling? From what you can see, and at this, like you have probably seen many times now, in sort of just your random wanders around the city. This afternoon, there are just like hundreds and hundreds of soldiers just lined up now on the other side. Some of them are sort of stacked up, some of them patrolling a little bit, but yeah, probably more than you've ever seen so far in the city. But they're all sort of...
If they're there, they're not patrolling. They're not running their normal operations.
Exactly, yeah.
They're doing a show of force.
Yep, and they are close to the main bridge as well. So in theory, if you were to do this lower down the river, maybe half an hour or so down the river, you could potentially try and, as long as you did it quickly, try and get enough people across, and then maybe try and disestablish the game if you wanted to do it stealthily. But yeah, very doable, I think. As the sort of group is starting to prepare, Barrack and Ari, you see, start to marshal some of their crew, some of the crews of the other Moorbreakers that they had sailed up with. Lurian comes over. She, as you notice, has seemed to not ever be too far from Barrack, and she comes over with just a look of concern on her face, and you see her speaking sort of quietly to him. he appears to be sort of, consoling her, saying, like, it'll be fine. Look, this is what we do. It's no different than any other day. Yeah, and she accepts it. She nods, and but still can't shake that look of concern. Okay, runners sent to the keep. People start working. Activity. There's a bit of spark of enthusiasm and motivation in people's eyes. And I think we've got a plan. So how about we call it there for the session, and we can see what happens with the plan next time. Yeah.
You will.
All right. Yeah, no, it's good. Let's do that. Let's pause, because otherwise we're going to have to go down and start sealing boats and stuff, and I think we should probably dedicate a decent amount of time for that. Cool.
Yep.
All right.